Talk to me. Talk
Hello.
Normal.
Hello.
Normal.
This is
Normal.
I. Normal.
This is I as
This is
normal.
I.
Normal.
I as this is.
Normalcy would be nice.
It would be.
But we don't have any.
We don't have any.
No normalcy.
Because it's I.
Nye.
You're not. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Big luscious.
The big luscious. That it be the big luscious.
Yeah.
I've been fucking drinking.
You're fucking drinking, eh?
Fucking drinking the big luscious.
What the fuck you drinking?
Oh, it is. I'll drink to that. Pulse.
Yeah. Try to get the gurgle of the beer in the microphone. Just.
I could hear it. I could definitely hear it. Did you click out of it?
No. It's
Oh,
still
okay.
there. No, we're still going.
I was like, dang.
Look at that. It looks great.
Oh my god.
Look at those lines.
Fucking lines, dude.
Nothing there.
That gives me a hard on too, you know that?
Lines.
Lines.
Most of the time it takes the hard on away when you do too many lines.
I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't doubt it.
That's the story.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, you know what?
What's up?
I didn't roll my joint.
Oh.
Not that you smoke it. But.
No, I can't, yeah.
So, what's been up with Scotty Lange?
Dude, just been living the stuffs, you know.
Living the stuffs?
Living the stuffs.
Lives in the stuffs,
Lives in
eh?
the stuffs with my big Lucius.
Yeah.
Just
you
yeah.
just kind of got back from a little overseas trip, right?
I did, yeah. Short little trip. A short little trip.
It's a
short
little trip.
It's a short little trip I'd be taking with me big Lucius, you know.
Yeah, the big Lucius. Yeah.
Yeah, I just went to a little island. Uncharted territories in a world. In a world of uncharted territories, Scotty Lange discovers Big Lucius.
The big Lucius.
The Big Lucius. Yeah, no, I was on a island owned by Portugal. It's kind of out in the middle of the ocean, out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was cool being there, but it kind of sucked because, like, you know, Chair Force, you know, we get hooked up sometimes, and we were supposed to stay in this 5-star hotel on the island.
Right.
So we're like looking it up before we went. We're like, fuck yeah, dude. You know, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You know, we're like, oh man, we're gonna have like all this time here too. That's gonna be great. You know, we were only there for like a day or whatever, but
yeah.
So we fucking get there, and long story short, we're about to go off base.
Oh, we got all the time for long stories.
Well, it's obviously, yeah. So we're about to go off base with some Milwaukee air crew.
Okay.
And we're about to go to the gate, and we noticed that people had to, like, you know, have their card authorized or whatever for it. Sometimes they do that. It's a weird thing or whatever. But
okay.
So we pull over and we go up to the gate guard dude, and we're like, hey, what happens if we go off base? Like, how do we get back on? And he's like, oh, you don't have a negative COVID test, so you can't go off base. We're like, what?
Oh.
He's like, yeah, but we're like, but we have a reservation off base. He's like, yeah, no, sorry. He's like, actually, if you get off base, like, they might arrest you. We're like, oh,
really?
yeah. We're like, oh shit. So
holy shit.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, we're not going off base then. So we stayed on base, and of course, like, the on base bar was closed and all this other shit. And we're like, fucking damn it, man. So we didn't eat until, like, I think like 7 o'clock local, or even late. I think it was actually later than that too. And like, we hadn't eaten all day. And we're like, fuck, man. But we were already drinking, of course, naturally.
Right,
you know.
right.
So we're like, by the time we got there, we're like, yeah, the food's here, man. Yeah, this is fucking awesome.
Food.
Big Lucius is here.
Big Lucius. Oh yeah.
So so that was fun. And then we went to Maine after that, and
yeah,
Maine was pretty cool. We I think we were Bangor, and then went up to
Bangor.
Bangor.
Is that how it's Bangor?
Bangor. That's the name of it. Yep. And then we went up to Bar Harbor, Bahaba.
Far Harbor.
Yeah, Far Harbor, Bahaba. For all you Fallout 4 fans. Yep.
Yeah.
Same place. Yeah.
The game got a lot of slack. Fallout 4.
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it.
I thot it was a cool game.
I thought the twist at the end was pretty good too.
Yeah, it was. The
I've never
expansions were
really
good.
been disappointed.
No, I even started going back like a week or two ago and playing it again, So I was like, fuck, man, I actually gotta.
That's the beautiful
Give it a
thing
go.
about those kinds of games, though, is that you can play it multiple times over and over again, take different choices,
Yeah.
kill off different characters, do whatever.
Yep.
I have never really had the time to, but I've always wanted to just like go through the game and like just kill off
Just everybody.
all the characters, screw all the storylines,
Yeah.
and just see what happens.
Just kill everyone.
I mean, I'm sure it's happened. I could probably YouTube it, but
I'm sure somebody. Well, I mean, and you do have the NPCs that can't be killed, which kind of sucks. But
right.
whatever. Fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I know.
I should be able to just get rid of them.
I'm sure there are mods for that too, where you can like, kill the
Kill all the
unkillable ones.
NPCs.
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Fuck
It's
it.
just Metallica's first album playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Whiplash. That would be great.
That'd be fucking awesome. I'm sure somebody's done it. But
Yeah.
it's all fun though.
But apparently, you were saying that the Far Harbor is based off of that.
Yeah,
that
Far
man.
Harbor. Yeah, the expansion is based off of Bar Harbor, which it was cool, but I didn't get to see a whole lot because by the time we got there, it was already dark out. So we were like, "Fuck, man!" So
Right.
we just went there, pretty much ate at some random ass bar. They just had bar food, and then that was it. And then we pretty much went back and drank some more. I'll drink to that.
Yeah. The life of being in the service, huh?
Life of a maintainer, of a crew chief. Yeah. For those who know what I'm talking about.
So you're in the National Guard, right?
Air National Guard, yep.
Air National Guard.
Yep.
So there is like a Navy, Air Force, Army type separations in the National Guard. So like National Guard, Air,
National Guard is just Air Force and Army. That's
Air
it.
Force and Army. They don't have a Navy.
No, they have like Navy Reserve and stuff, but they don't
Do
have
they?
like I think every branch has a reserve. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, National Guard it's only Army and Air Force. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, typically the one you usually see usually refers to the Army.
All right.
So yeah.
So like when Trump was trying to get National Guard to invade cities and stuff, that was
It was
National Guard.
that
Army
was Army. Yeah, it's more of Army.
would go in and
Yeah. But we do like Air Force we'll do some like humanitarian stuff. Like I did humanitarian back in 16. I was one of I think around 20 or so members of the Air Guard that actually went out in Flint and like handed out water and like filters and all that shit. So like they had my picture on like a whole bunch of like newspapers, like front page, and like I didn't even know about it. And all of a sudden I came in to drill and they're like, "Hey, congrats, man." I'm like, "Thanks on what?"
right.
And then they had this they had this thing on Selfridge at the Detroit Historical Museum, and they had my picture up there. I never got
Really?
to see it. Yeah, I never got to see it, but they had like my picture on as one of the like things for Selfridge, whatever.
That's
and they were
cool.
like Senior Airman, at the time Senior Airman Lang, and handing out water in Flint. I was like, oh man.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, apparently a couple of my friends saw it too. Like even back here, I didn't know it got that far.
Well, didn't you post them
So-
online eventually or something? Because I swear I seen
Yeah,
a picture of you.
I think I did
there.
just to I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, but like my buddy Dan Hookstra, like he told me, he's like, yeah, we saw it with our in-laws or whatever. I was like, oh,
right.
shit. So I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, especially when other people see it. Now I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Now I'm waiting. They were running a drone along the trick or treat lines this morning and went right over top, and I was just like, yeah. So now I'm waiting to see that at the church.
At the church, you're gonna hold up the horns. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Drink. Okay. Well, we're just gonna drink to everything.
We're just gonna drink to everything. Dude.
Everything tonight.
Big luscious. Fucking awesome.
That's the first
can you-
time you're trying those, right?
Yeah, this is.
Got some new one
Man,
right
you set
there.
me up, dude. Look at you.
Yeah, I
This is
try
why
to be
I
a
like you
good
so much,
host.
Kyle.
Try to be a good host.
Thanks, man. You're wonderful.
That's why I got my cooler over here,
You're all
especially
set
for
up.
these, kind of last minute podcasts. I mean, kind of we're planning on it, but we didn't know if it was going to happen.
Yeah.
because you were just getting back from your
Yeah,
travels.
I literally just got back from Maine like a few hours ago. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then landed in Detroit.
Yep. Landed there. I had to stay there for a couple hours and then drove back here just straight here. So I had to I changed out of my uniform in a Meyer parking lot.
Hey, dude.
I mean, it works, It was dark out, whatever. Nobody saw me,
Right.
I only mooned 2 people. That's cool.
No tinted windows on your Explorer?
I think the side ones and stuff, but it was like looking through, like the front one. So that's cool.
That's all right.
I got the full. No,
So I was gonna say, I was gonna say this. I just remembered my thought. I was scrambling. You know how when you scramble and trying to think of the thought. Yeah, I just got it. Yeah, me too. And there was you were talking about handing out water in Flint.
Yeah.
And I was following the abandoned building groups that follow a lot. And I heard about there was a couple churches and stuff there that that was abandoned. And they were going in and they were finding just like cases upon cases of water.
Oh, yeah. I could see it.
Just left there.
Yeah.
Like not even handed out. Nobody got it.
Yep.
And there's just like cases upon cases of water.
It was so much.
It's like, how does that get like lost track of?
Yeah. It's retarded.
Just like the funeral home in Flint too.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah,
the Swansons, I think it was called.
Yep.
And it was left abandoned because they actually got shut down for doing some illegal ass shit.
And they found like cremated.
Oh yeah,
stuff. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, human remains, cremations, headstones that were never given to the people.
Yeah.
The surgical supplies and everything still left out. The hearse is there. Like, dude, that would have been a good ass fucking find.
It would have been creepy.
Talk about
as
how
fuck,
terrible.
Though. Yeah, I feel bad for the families for that too. Well, and so that like you probably heard that because that was probably around when you lived in Bay City. I'm assuming.
No, I actually didn't hear about that because in Bay City I wasn't really into the. Well, I was into Urbex watching it, but I wasn't doing it. Like, I wasn't like actively looking for shit like that.
Well, no, I meant like I didn't know if that's like because I think that was around when you lived there though. Was in basic because that's around. I think that's around when I lived in Flint.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
No, I mean this was still getting into like this year.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking I might be thinking of a different.
No, it happened a couple of years ago.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Well, a couple of years ago you weren't living in Flint, so maybe you are thinking of it as a different thing.
I think I moved away from there in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been a hot minute.
Well, I'm sure Flint has had plenty of funeral homes.
Plenty of them there.
Yeah, it's kind of a high demand area.
Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I wonder how that is. Like when you die, does everybody just like kind of like get a funeral? I mean, so I heard for some COVID stuff, there were some people that didn't. So I guess it would. Well, for COVID, yeah. But I'm just kind of like wondering, like,
like if it's a mass thing or something, like, yeah. But I don't know. You know that I don't.
The only funerals I've ever been to have been like religious funerals.
Really?
So there's always like a mass or something beforehand. I've never been to one that was like somebody that was non-religious. Like,
yeah, I think.
What is it? Just kind of everybody talk.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same boat, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been to too many, thank God.
Yeah.
But the ones I have been.
Yeah.
Been to more funerals than weddings.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I've been to actual funerals. I think I've been to. I can think of 3 off the top of my head. I'm sure I know I've done like visitations and shit. I'm not including that, but like.
Oh, visitation.
Like, because like my great grandma, my great grandma, and then my 2 grandpas, so it's like,
right.
I've kind of, I noticed we're kind of going along the theme of your usual podcast theme of death, and
Yeah, well, it always seems to come up. I guess we haven't said dead body yet, but here it is.
Dead body.
Let the dead bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. That's my karaoke song, dude.
Yeah, that's the way to show off right there. Mm-hmm. Just scream floor.
I'm not gonna do it right now.
Oh, you could.
My throat's too dry right now.
Oh.
I don't want to hurt everybody's ears.
We could edit it out.
Floor.
I'm not editing that out.
It's me, guys. I'm a singer of a metal band.
I only edit out pee breaks.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
I'll
totally drink to that.
I think that's why we were in a band called Death Abides, though, right?
Yeah, right.
Totally.
Yeah, totally.
Death
so
Abides.
Fucking lame. Only people I can get on this damn podcast are friends.
You're expanding a bit though. Like it's. I think it's picking up, at least from what I've seen. I mean, I'm not obviously. I can't see the numbers like you can, but like I feel like it's like picking up a little bit for you, which is cool. I love that. You know what I mean? Because I love seeing you do what you like to do,
right?
And actually like going somewhere with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to see that. And I love listening to your podcast too, and watching the videos too, like the other obscured states with Eric and all that,
Right.
So obviously you guys are both good friends of mine,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like it is a little bit, but like I said before, like I really don't, like you can't say you don't care, because I do care.
Yeah.
People want to listen, because then that'll determine, kind of how much more effort I put forth.
Yeah.
As it keeps going. Of course, when you anytime you start something, you're putting, kind of maximum effort, build it up,
Yep.
get it as best as you can.
Yep.
Maintain that for a little bit, then you kind of review, kind of sit back, review everything. Okay, like, how is this going? Do people kind of like it? Do they not? What are the views like?
Yeah, exactly.
All that,
Yeah.
like businessy type shit, I guess you could say.
Yep.
And then that will like kind of determine how much more effort now you're going to put towards it. Like, maybe you're not going to stop doing it, but maybe you're going to be like, okay, I really don't need to get this video edited this week to get it out this day, because I
Right.
feel like I have to. It's going to be more of like, well, I'll just get it out when I get it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I feel you, because like there's kind of that in between, like kind of like where, I guess how many views or whatever, dictates, if I put more effort, forward or what, you know what I mean? Like how many more
Yeah.
do you, like, how did this pick up more? You know what I mean? Like there's a whole bunch of like statistics and shit you got to look at, you know what I mean, for all that shit. So.
And some people would say, well, you can't let that determine like what you want to do with your life, like
Right.
whatever. But in all reality, if that's what you're trying to do, is start something up online or whatever, and nobody's baiting for it. Well, then you gotta do the old switcheroo and try to go a little bit somewhere else. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, like urbexing and stuff. Like, say that didn't take off. Well, I actually kind of still really enjoy just going to the places. So
Still fun.
So I would still go, but again, I'm not going to be like, okay, I have to have this video out. I have to edit all this in this such and such time, and blah blah blah. It'll just kind of be like, oh, got the video done. Here you go.
Yeah.
Type of deal.
Yeah.
Like I had fun doing it. I got my fun out of it, but I'm not, thinking that there's a bunch of people like waiting for this video at
Right.
whatever time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of like a good thing about the beginning too, is you don't have to have like like a huge set schedule, you know what I mean, just because it's so new. But then like as you get more like followers and viewers and whatnot, like I mean, then it's like, okay, maybe I should stick to an actual strict schedule on it as it starts to pick up.
Right, and that may be where I kind of screwed up at first too. Honestly, I mean, I was like, me and Eric were talking about, well, when we should have it, when we should release, the videos, and we made like a set schedule. We had a set date, a set day, time, and everything. So then,
which still isn't bad.
no, it's not.
Like,
No,
especially to get in the habit
and
of it.
I was, we were both on board for it too.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh,
and we were episodes ahead. We had this whole season that we're coming out with was all pre-filmed.
Yeah.
So when we released the first episode, all of these episodes you're going to see were already filmed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So like, that's why these episodes coming out in like November and stuff might look like it's summertime,
Makes
so,
sense, though.
Yeah. But that's because I wanted to be ahead of the game and not feel like I had a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah.
But
No,
now
that's better. Well, I feel like it's better too. Also, you know what I mean?
it is.
So,
It is ultimately better not to have that pressure on yourself, even with music and everything. You know, have your album all recorded and stuff before it comes out.
Yep.
But now, I brought up the podcast thing to Eric, and so we did a couple. We did one with me and him just to kind of talk about the season. We did one with Ruin Road. We had some Urban Explorers on here.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that.
Eric
one,
went on vacation, and I wanted to keep, getting the podcast going. And now those are rolling. So now it's like, now I got two things, and now I can't keep up. So it's like, I mean,
it's fun though. I mean,
it is. It's fun
as long as you enjoy it.
Yeah. I do.
That's what matters. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you get to hang out and bullshit with your friends and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's cool. And then you get to go, explore abandoned buildings with, Eric and shit. Like that's cool. I would love to go with you guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'd love to go.
Really
like you
wanna
guys,
go.
you were talking about another group that may be starting up, but more paranormal.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd like to have them come or go out with them too. All of us even.
Absolutely, yeah. I haven't heard anything in a little bit from that, but Either way,
well, that's how it goes in the beginning.
well, yeah, it
They
definitely
haven't,
is.
they haven't
Yeah.
released anything yet.
Yeah,
right?
no, they haven't.
So
No.
that's how it goes. It's just, when we get it. And
Yeah, but
there's
either
no
way,
pressure.
Either way,
Nobody knows who the fuck or what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
the best part when you're starting a band, kind of like, what you're doing right now.
Yeah. That's where I'm at with my new stuff, man. Right now, but it's kind of
like-
the shitty part about starting up a band. Excuse me, but at the same time, it's like kind of the fun part because you kind of get to like write what you're gonna do from the beginning. And now,
Right.
this is the first time I'm actually gonna be like an actual legit front man. Like in Palace of the Haunted, like I was the singer and the bassist, but like I wouldn't have considered myself like a front man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with this, like I'm actually gonna be a front man
Well,
to a point. I'm not gonna be like a dickhole, like kind of, you know what I mean? Like something
no,
like that.
yeah. No, but I considered you front man.
Mhm.
If you're the vocalist, I don't care, like Rush.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know the dude's name.
Oh, Getty
Yeah.
Lee.
He's the front man.
Yeah.
He plays bass.
Yeah.
But he's the front man.
Yeah, he is.
Like, so you were the front man of Palace of the Haunted in my eyes.
Yeah, and I guess in a good sense too. And I think I did a lot of the like social. I mean, shit, that's how we got connected too. For their,
Oh, yeah.
for those that don't know,
Don't know.
if you don't know already,
Damn.
Big Luscious.
Well, I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
Death Abides second show ever was at Dreamers in
Oh
Muskegon.
my God, yeah.
And it was Death Abides opening, and right after that was Palace of the Haunted. So that's how I met Kyle and Jake and all them. And
Bought
Kenny.
a shirt. You're the first
Bought
one
a shirt.
First one to buy it small.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I think I still have it somewhere too. But
I can't believe we had shirts
yeah.
for a second show.
No, I
We
had
were on top
we
of
had
the show,
ours.
I think.
We had shirts for our first and a demo too.
Yeah.
Shitty
Did
demo,
we have
but
shirts for our
we did.
first?
Yeah, we had like a weird. Actually, it was funny too because when we played at, I know you mentioned the show a few times on some of your other podcasts, but I mentioned the 20 Monroe.
Oh, yeah.
shirt. I don't know if I ever told you, but there was a dude standing at the front at one point that had the old Palace of the Haunted shirt on.
Oh, you did tell me that.
Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah, you did.
he knew like who I was. Like
I
I don't know. Like maybe he did, and maybe that's why he wore it. But I was like, but I didn't like recognize the dude.
I don't know. I would say that.
And it wasn't a big band at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was pretty tiny. And
I would say you're pretty, like, you'd stand out. Like,
you think so?
I don't think you'd be, somebody would mistake you.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they seen you before and then they seen you on stage again, they'd be like, oh, that's that.
Yeah,
dude
that's
I'm
that
wearing
one
the shirt.
bald
Especially
dude.
if you're wearing the shirt.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that was cool. There was someone I graduated
bald
with that was
dudes.
there. That little bald dude over there.
That little fucking bald
He's just
nutsack.
slapping his bass. That's all he's doing.
Slapping the bass.
Looks so angry.
Oh, what a bitch.
I did think that was cool too because we actually had people at that show. As big of a show, I guess, as it was for us, and it's such a fucking awesome venue. We actually did legitimately have people there for us that
Oh, yeah.
we didn't know, because I remember you ran into somebody
Oh, yeah.
whatever before the show, and they were like, "Yeah, we're here for Death Abides." You're like, "Well, fuck, I'm the drummer," you know? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
That was cool. Took
Yeah.
pictures and stuff. Felt
Yeah.
like a rock star.
Yeah.
No
dude,
shit.
that place makes you feel like
Out
a
there
fucking rock
talking to
star.
the owner of the Bob and stuff next door and shit.
Yeah,
Like, that was cool as hell.
that green room. I thought it was
The
funny.
green room. The
How-
green room, dude, they had a shower
They
in
had a
there.
shower.
Pristine. They had the whole, like a full bathroom.
Yeah,
The
just a
what was
lounge
there?
area.
A couch,
Yeah.
two couches, like 2 chairs, fucking nice ass coffee table with games and
Yeah.
stuff. And dude, this thing was legit.
It was
You
legit,
could
man.
fucking smoke, do whatever the hell you wanted
Yeah.
in there.
Could probably bang a hooker or two in there.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
Dude, I mean, honestly, yeah, you probably could. Like, we're worried about like trying to get, Jake. We wanted to get Harley and stuff up there. We're trying to
Yeah.
worried about like, we got extra VIP passes because.
Well, we had Eric up there too. For
Yeah.
a lot of that.
But it was like we were like worried about can we get them to? I mean, dude, honestly,
Yeah.
they probably would have just let anybody up there.
Yeah, they were fucking awesome with it. They were big
They were
shout
cool.
out, big shout out to them too, man.
Yeah, they were
so
the
cool.
hospitality that
Yeah.
they gave us.
I've never
was-
had that ever.
No,
That was like unmatched, dude. That
Yep.
was so cool.
I went and talked to she wasn't the owner, but name's drawing a blank, but she was running the show that night.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
It starts with an L.
I'm so bad with names, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. I could find it back in my emails.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a conversation with her because she pulled me aside and talked about the show and stuff, and like she was really nice, supportive of trying to get local bands. She said the biggest problem that they have is a lot of bands that come through, they already have their tour package.
Oh, really? Okay.
So they don't really have a lot of opportunities for locals to jump on a bill.
Yeah.
To where, again, when we played at 20 Monroe, it wasn't like a mainstream big band. It was a cover band.
But they were good. They were fucking awesome.
Good.
They were good, and they were cool dudes too.
Yeah,
they were. Really
and it was
cool
a
dudes.
Pantera cover band. It was
Yeah.
my second time playing for one of those. But
but
both shows were fucking good.
Yeah.
I
think these guys were from Florida too, if I'm not mistaken. I think
is
I
it
had
Florida or is it Georgia?
I thought they said Florida.
Maybe. It was south.
Yeah, I felt bad because I was like, oh yeah, I'll go to Founders with you guys, but dude, I was so tired after that show. I was really drunk too.
Yeah, dude.
I was like,
yeah, they fucking they're like, what kind of beer do you guys like? And I just said Bud Light, so they had a case of Bud Light for us there.
And then you and Jake stole Nagazi's beer too.
Yeah, dude.
I remember that video you guys took with it.
Yeah.
Jeff was so disappointed
with his Coors. I was like, yeah, it tastes like piss. Dude.
Yeah.
Oops.
Jeff's like, that looks like my beer. You're like, that's because it is your beer. He's like,
it is
just
your
the
beer.
look he had.
Yeah, just
look of disappointment.
Oh yeah.
And
you can still find that on the page.
I think it's still on there. It was funny. I was going through my camera roll thing or whatever.
Yeah.
From my old phone, and I saw a lot of pictures from that show and whatnot. Like, remember we were standing there. We had this whole like intro set up and everything that you worked on. Remember that?
Dude, yeah.
And then like their computer like fucked out on them.
Dude,
like,
that sucked.
I know.
Man.
We were like looking forward to it.
Dude, I wasn't even thinking about that until you said it.
Yeah,
dude, because
like, man.
Yeah, they put it on to test it and before the show and it worked.
Yeah.
And everybody that was in there at the time was like, dude, I want a fucking intro like that.
Yeah.
And I was
we were so excited.
I was like, that's what you want to hear. You want to hear people say that.
Yep.
Because then you did something right.
Exactly.
So I was like, yes, okay, like it should go over well.
Yep.
And then come time to do it, they fucking
their computer went through like an update or some shit.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, some sort of update or whatever.
And it wouldn't play the sound, but at least we had like the video part of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because I had something for the rest of the set at least up on the screen with our logo and
like, so at least that turned out.
I remember when I first brought it up. I mean, I'm pretty sure you were on board, but like I think everybody else was like, really? Can you do that? I'm like, dude, we're playing at 20 Monroe Live. You don't think that they can pull down a projector and put something up there for us? Like, we're doing like the best we can here.
Oh yeah, well, I think we did pretty fucking awesome. There was one point in there. I don't know if I told you. There was one point where I almost fell off the stage though.
Really? Holy shit!
Because I guess I was pissing the photographers off because I kept like running around. I was a little buzzed, probably a little more than I should have been, and I was running around, and at one point I ran around to Jake's side, and he ran around to my side.
Oh yeah,
and
I remember that.
Had too much momentum, and I slid, and like the like edge of my foot was like off the stage.
Really?
And I was right next to one of the security dudes. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, no shit.
I was like, fuck. This might be interesting.
Yeah, I was pissed because when they didn't have much direction on where to put the drums.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure, so this was before the projector came down too. So I put my drums to the side, figuring they would want the drums here to the side, drums to the other side, and then the main drums in the middle. And so I set them up there, and projector came down. It was kind of like right behind my head.
Yeah.
Which was all right. It didn't come all the way down. But then fucking Nagazi comes out, and Jeff's like, of course, he's like, all right, fucking bam, right square center of the stage. I was like, man, if I would have known that was a fucking option, that's where I would have had my shit. Damn it.
Yeah, I think it still worked out though.
It did, but that would have been a better view of like one of the best shows I ever played.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
fucking
it's
Nagazi,
between
man.
that and Harpo's.
Harpo, yeah. I don't think I didn't play that one.
No, I played Harpo's twice, and then 20 Monroe, and then after those,
I still think that.
I probably had a couple shows at BMO's in Bay City that were better than Michigan Metal Fest.
Yeah, Yeah, Metal Fest was a little. I mean, it was fun.
I mean, we got an
But-
early time slot,
we
whatever.
were kinda early.
People are still filing in, and there's 2 stages,
Yeah.
and of course, who's playing when we're playing?
Fucking Nagazi.
Fucking Nagazi.
Fucking Nagazi every time, man. I love those
I'm gonna
guys.
have
though.
a couple of them boys on here soon. So I'll drink to that.
Hell yeah, I'll drink to that. No, I love Nagazi though. They're cool dudes. So
Yeah, it's probably really no secret to anybody that they were like probably my favorite local, them and from Blue to Gray.
yeah. Well,
I mean-
we played a few shows with them too, which was fun. I mean,
I've always said Nagazi from Blue to Gray,
Mhm.
Withhold the Blood.
yeah, with All the Blood. I love.
And then
With Hold the
Outliers.
Blood.
Outliers seem to grow on me. Outliers, they're one of those bands that, at first glance, I would have been like, okay, not exactly my taste.
Yeah,
But they, the more I played with them,
Mhm.
got to know them too.
they're cool dudes. They're cool dudes.
The more that I was, kind of in a way like forced to listen to it.
yeah,
I didn't have that, where it's on my computer and I can just click away because, again, when we play a show, I like to support all the bands.
Yeah,
I'm not, I'm going to go out and have a smoke, but I'm going to come right back in and be right back in the show.
Yeah.
In the pit.
Yeah.
Start in the pit. If there's no pit yet,
Yep.
you can count on me to try to start that fucking pit.
Exactly.
And they're one of those bands that just really kind of grew on me. And I was like, I really like this band.
Yeah.
So.
No, they're good dudes. I love hanging out with them.
And there's more. There's definitely more bands.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there are a lot of good locals. I had this really proud moment once. With Hold the Blood was playing. It was Effin' Bar, and they were playing with like Kill Tomorrow. I don't remember every band on there, but I'd had a few, and I can't remember what song they were playing. But Jesse let me scream in the mic,
Okay.
and he's like, "Dude, thanks for knowing the lyrics, man."
Right.
I was like, "Yeah, dude, I got you." But he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
not
Jesse.
going to sit here and say that I know all of their fucking lyrics because
No, So I feel like my favorite song by them is like every time I talk to anybody about them, like it's usually not their favorite, but they're Dead.
I ain't gonna know what it is by the name. 'cause
Yeah,
I
I
know
think-
a lot of songs by the name.
Yeah, I don't either, but I think it's Dead Inside. That's definitely my
Okay,
favorite.
well I
by them.
know that song. I know they have a song called that.
Yeah.
But again,
What's that? Is that the dick flute there?
No,
What the fuck you doing?
that's the flute to make the snake come out of the basket.
Well, it's a
Because that's kind of how that sounded.
yeah, but it's an awesome riff, dude. I love it. you know?
Speaking of that,
So-
like props to every fucking guitarist I've ever jammed with
yeah,
that fucking can understand what I'm saying when I do that.
yeah,
Because
Definitely.
as a drummer, like I mean, I can play like Green Day on guitar,
yeah.
but that's about it.
I mean,
Like
Green
nothing
Day.
really else. And so that's pretty much how I describe my riffs in my head.
yeah,
Well, you know that one part you go. Wow.
they always are like, oh yeah, man, I got you.
Yeah. Okay, and then basically you just kind of I watch you play it a bunch of times to tell you when it's right.
Yep. Right.
Well, how else am I going to get these ideas out of my head?
Yep.
I've tried downloading the, guitar emulator stuff and you can plug in all the notes and
Yeah.
everything. But then again, I don't know how to fucking play guitar. So how do I know what note to fucking hit? And it's so fucking annoying. It sucks when you're like laying in bed at night and you like you can like literally hear it in your head.
Yeah, I'd run into
And
that
I'm-
so much.
And I'm like, man, that is so badass. And then I go to my phone and I'll be like,
I do, dude. I do the same thing. I do the same.
And then I
thing.
wake up and I like may have a fog faded memory of what it actually is, or it's gone, or
And that's why you record it too. Even if it sounds stupid because you're doing it with your voice, you're like, and you're there, you
Yeah.
know. But you go back and you're like, okay, I sound like a retard, but here we go, you know.
yeah, okay, all right, I put it back together again. And
Yeah.
then-
But like I'm kind of the same. Like I've played a little bit of guitar, never in like a band or anything, but like especially now I'm like so rusty with that shit. Like I couldn't do any of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's some like more simple stuff I could do or like figure out like, and if I really
Right.
worked on it.
I gotta turn this
but-
fan on. You can keep talking.
Yeah, you're good, man. But yeah. Kyle, I miss you so much. Oh my god. Oh. I know. Big Lucius. Fucking founders making the big Lucius over here. I'm not even fucking sponsored, man. You know, did I ever tell you that I tried to make a label for them, a beer label?
A beer label for who?
For Founders.
Founders?
Yeah.
Really?
So when they did away with the
have, like, some submission or?
yeah, like I submitted it to them. So what happened? You see what had
You can
happened
draw?
was no, I did like it was actually my profile picture for a while.
Oh.
Have you ever seen? I don't know if you've ever looked back. I had this picture where I was going like that.
Oh, I think so.
So you see what had happened was when they had to do away with the kid on the breakfast stout label or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
1 year.
Oh, no, I remember this. Yes, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, I do.
Yeah, they did away with it, and I remember I was at Founders, and they told me about it, and I was like, well, fuck, I'm gonna submit my own thing to them, you know?
Right.
So I did, and I think I had my mom take the picture or something. She's like, oh, this is so cool you're doing this, you know? She's very supportive, actually. It was really weird.
Yeah.
But so she took the picture for it, and then I actually legitimately emailed it to them, and they're like, dude, that is so cool. Unfortunately, we already have an idea, and they did like the chair thing, and they
Right.
and it was smart on their part to do this, but they had like the chair, and they had like a fridge in the background. They had like a Post-it note on the fridge that had the number to like bitch about, you know, why they took the kid off. I think it was the FDA or
yeah. I
something.
remember that.
So I guess enough people did that where literally within, this is when that beer was still seasonal too, for all you beer connoisseurs like myself, I guess.
You are a beer connoisseur.
I'm a
dude.
bit, yeah.
A bit.
Not the
you are.
biggest, but a little bit, yeah.
Well, just because of time.
Yeah.
Like, if you had all the time in the world,
Yeah.
oh, you'd be fucking.
Oh, I totally would.
You would be the beer connoisseur that has a monocle.
I totally would. I would rock it now, you know. I actually thought about doing like a channel on like on breweries and stuff like that.
Dude,
but I
You want
seriously
some
thought
help?
about it.
You want
so
some help setting it up and doing some design and
I
stuff?
might
Let
come
me
to
know.
you for it. Yeah.
Let me know. I'm gonna start charging for this shit though.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll gladly pay for it. But yeah, so I sent it into them, and they're like, oh yeah. But they ended up bringing the kid back before the end of the season, anyways.
Right.
So, but when I found out they brought the kid back, I actually bought a 4-pack of that beer, so I still have the 4 individual beers without the kid.
Oh,
So yeah. So
nice.
It's a keeper.
It's a keepsake.
Mm-hmm.
It's a keepsake.
It is, dude.
So, as far as being the beer connoisseur and everything, how's the home brewing going? Have you home brewed in a while? I mean,
No.
again, time with being in,
Yeah.
National Guard and all that.
Yeah, I haven't had enough time. I don't really have like a whole like big area for me to do it at my apartment right now.
Okay.
I might actually get a place pretty soon with my brother and my cousin, possibly.
All right.
Which would be cool. Hopefully in Grand Rapids. So,
Okay.
If it works out. But
Well, that's where you're at right now, right? Well,
I'm in Kentwood technically right now.
Kentwood.
Yeah, but I mean,
Are you still in that same
Same
apartment
apartment.
then? Because you were in one, weren't you? In one in Byron Center?
Yeah, I was in
Wow,
one.
we're getting real personal here.
Yeah. Oh man, everybody knows now. Yeah, no, I'm rarely there anyways. But
Right.
I'm close to it. I'm actually closer to my buddy Dan that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah. How does that?
So-
How does that work, man? Doesn't that fucking suck? I mean, you basically work in Detroit,
Yeah.
but you want to be over here.
Yeah. So I come
So you
back
keep-
every weekend.
Yeah, for the weekend, and you pay your rent for that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
But you have a roommate.
But I have 2 roommates.
You have 2 roommates.
I have 2. Yep. We're all vets. So.
And they're okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So that helps.
Yep. So
with the rent.
Yeah. So
splitting it.
Yeah, we met through school because we all go to Davenport. So one of them, Austin, he's a Navy vet. So he was SWIC in the Navy, which is a special operations.
Okay.
And then Steve, he's Air Force Reserve. He might go guard, but I think he's a flight medic or something. I'm
What's
terrible
GAR?
with medical. What's up?
What's GAR?
Guard.
Oh, I thought you said GAR. I thought it was an
guard.
acronym
Yeah.
for something. Okay.
Yeah.
He might go guard.
Yeah,
Okay.
he might go guard. But it's my weird Michigan accent, you know.
GAR.
The guard.
He might go GAR. National GAR.
Go guard.
Around you, I always go Irish for some reason.
What's that?
I always try to go Irish around you for some reason because I think you'd like to do Irish.
I do Irish, and then I do. There was a band I was in for a bit called Whispers. Shout out to those guys too, amazing musicians. But
Oh yeah, I got my cooler.
they, oh yeah, there you go. But they, I would do this like weird gay German voice around them all the time, and I don't know why. I mean, oh, that is so cute. I like it so much, you know. And I would just get in this weird habit where I'd like do like full conversations like it. And I don't even know why they're like, dude, why are you doing this? And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, was it
entertain myself?
Wasn't it Bruno or something? Was the gay Austrian?
Bruno Little, he did Bruno, yeah, no. So, because there was a guy in that band named Bruno. That's why I thought, he lives here in Holland, too.
Oh,
I actually saw him.
I'm talking about Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah. That Bruno, yeah.
Yeah, Bruno, right?
Bruno.
Yeah, he's gay Austrian.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Bruno Little, I actually saw him one time right before a Death Abides show.
Huh.
And when we were playing at a Park Theater.
Okay,
and I was with Jake and Harley.
Oh, see, that was one of the better shows too.
That
I
was
totally
a great
forgot
show.
about Park Theater.
Yeah,
holy shit!
We actually sold a lot of merch there
dude,
too.
We made, was it like $250 on merch that night?
Yeah, which is like for a small local band, like that's pretty good.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Holland is where it's at if you want to play.
Apparently, yeah, which was awesome. So
you got to play where people have money.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, because the people that come to the show are gonna fucking have money.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit.
I mean,
you want to start getting like businessy on it and shit.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, I want to go where like everybody loves metal. It's gonna be a kick-ass show. But you want to go and make some fucking money.
Yeah.
That's where you got to go.
It is.
Don't go fucking play in fucking
Muskegon.
Yeah, Muskegon.
No offense.
I mean, people that are going, they ain't gonna have. They're looking for the dollar beers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying don't go play.
No.
You know, obviously, the funnest shows were the ones where like everybody was into it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you didn't make that much, but the funnest shows are when you're on stage and you can make the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, do what you want them to do.
Yep.
Whether it's like clap at a certain time or mosh at a certain time.
Yep.
Have a full crowd. Have people. Even if it's not a full crowd, but have everybody into it. Like that's what makes a show really good.
Yeah.
Not the payment at the end of the day. It was never the payment to me. Oh, we only made $50 or $20 and we fucking didn't make dick.
Yep.
You know, like our first show, we made like $15 or something. I think our first show we had made.
Honestly, for a first show, that's pretty good. Like,
hey, but we played with, -2.
Yeah.
And, Against the Grain was what they're called. I have no idea if they're.
Oh, your first show was with -2?
Yeah.
My first show was with -2.
Was it? Yeah.
It was -2.
So meaning that they're good guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Fuck
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. No, I love -2, and I'm good friends with those guys. Me and Yancey were supposed to, Yancey and I. Excuse me. We were supposed
trying to get him on here.
Yeah, I think he would love it. But he
Transportation.
Yeah, I know. We were actually gonna do a song at one point together too. So and I would love to still do it. I've been just stupid busy, but I would love to do it.
Right. Yeah.
But no.
Playing that first show though, and going into your second. And going back even before Death Abides, like into like Stereotype, and I had a band called like Worthless Devotion or something. After I thought about it, I was like,
that's fucking metal.
That's really emo, and it doesn't make any sense. But any band that I wanted to play a show in, it was always more about just. I want there to be people there, and I want them to get into it.
Yeah.
It was never like,
the biggest thing.
I hope we get a lot of money. No, I've played shows. We played a show early on. Death Abides, our first rhythm guitarist, got us a show in Kalamazoo. His name was Abe.
I remember Abe, yeah.
And he said that they guarantee us $250 to play after Yingwei Malmsteen. It was like a after show. Mm-hmm. So we did it. We just like split our set into like 2 half-hour sets. That was really weird. We told him we didn't have much material. We weren't like a jam band. We couldn't play all night. We didn't know a lot of covers.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, that's fine." So paid us $250 to do 2 half-hour sets.
Shit, that's not bad, dude.
I mean,
especially for a smaller band like that. Like,
yeah, dude.
That's more than I ever made on a show.
Of course, everybody wanted to split it, and I wanted to just put it in the band fund.
Yeah, well, especially in the beginning, you got to put it in the band fund.
I'm a big proponent of band funds, and I've been relieved to know, like, recently I've been seeing more people come out and saying, just randomly, like, put it in the band fund or that they have a band fund. It's good to know that, a lot of more people are doing that.
Yeah.
And not just like raking in the money every night. Oh, good. Paid for my beer for the night.
Yeah. No, you gotta, you can't, especially in the beginning, you gotta have that band fund. You gotta put as much as you can into it.
Yeah.
It helps out with the merch and whatever else, emergencies, whatever else.
Or a show comes up like that's far away that you really want to do, you have the opportunity to do, and normally you wouldn't have the money for gas and transportation. But now you got that band fund, you'd be like, oh, well, we can take like, $50 out of that band fund and 10 from all of us, and we got the gas money to get there.
Yep.
So,
that's exactly it.
And, that all goes into your booking process, too, how you book the show. Are you, like, when you're talking to them, are you trying to negotiate some sort of gas money?
Mm-hmm.
I know I always try to do that, too, like, at least negotiate a guarantee of, like, at least, like, $30 or something for gas. Gas. If you're going, especially if you're asked.
Yeah. If they ask it, especially, yeah.
But I'd still ask, even if I'm asking to get on the show, like, is there any sort of, like, guarantee of, gas money to go there?
Yeah.
Because you're still putting in your time. You may want on the show, but you're still putting in your time, and you're playing, and you're driving all the way there. It's nice to at least get some damn gas money to get there.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Shit, what was I going to say?
Yeah, that shit happens, dude.
No, the memory. Now I'm
the
getting
big
old, man.
luscious.
The big luscious. It fucking wears on you. That it does.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to the awkward pauses.
No, that's one thing I'm trying to focus on with my new band too. And
new band.
New band,
and the name is
Zwei. I actually picked that name.
It's very posh.
It's very posh. No, it's the German word for two. I picked it out in when I was in tech school for the Air Force.
Okay.
And it's before it's supposed to be for what became Palace of the Haunted before we even had the name.
Palace of the
before
Haunted
that
was supposed to be Zwei?
No, it was a name I like thought about for it.
Oh, okay.
And it never got picked. I got fought on a lot of shit on that.
Yeah.
But so, but I think it ended up working out, and I was kind of like slowly working for like my individual stuff like behind the scenes like during that whole time. Like I have songs so I'm gonna have close to about 20 songs.
Right.
When this is all said and done, I have about 16 or 17 at least started. So,
I know, it's crazy.
So and there's this whole big concept thing, and I'll get into that.
I like
later,
concepts though.
Yeah, no, it's a whole big and it helps that I'm a marketing major, so it's like this is my specialty. You know what I mean? Like, and and I'm an ideas guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So so that kind of helps. So I'm going towards that, and I'm excited with what I have with the lineup. I know we were talking about the mystery.
The mystery lineup.
The mystery lineup. I think I can say the names of some of the guys, but there's one in particular I can't. So I'll leave that out of it. So
yeah.
But so
who's the drummer?
Tony Stone.
Tony Stone.
Tony Stone.
Tony Stone.
Tony Stone. Yep.
He robbed me.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy though. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
But
that wasn't sarcastic. I'm sure he is.
I know. I know.
It sounded very sarcastic when I said it.
No, you're good. No, so but this is like these are like songs I've been working on for a while, and it's not just gonna be like metal stuff. Like obviously I'm gonna have a lot of metal, but then there's gonna be like other stuff too. That's
kind of industrial or kind of like.
That's gonna be a mix.
A big mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah, there's stuff. I'm gonna do a lot more cleans than what I've ever done in any band before. So, because I did some lyrics for Death Abides. I think album wide because I joined later, like right before the album release.
Yeah.
Remember? So I didn't get to do any bass on it, but I did vocals on A Moment's Peace and Bleeding Me Dry.
Right. It was one of those things where we had to like. We had to put you in there.
Yeah.
Because you have that good screaming and good voice. So we had to get you in there.
Oh, thanks, man.
So, yeah. It's one of those things like, okay, it was wrote where Jake did all the parts. But then there was parts where we knew we could have like a second vocalist.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. And live.
Start going through and sifting through all that.
Yeah. And live I did a lot more too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, and we were still... I think Jake and I were getting to that point where we were like figuring everything out with it. You know what I mean? We're like, okay, you're gonna do this part. We didn't have like a necessarily like a conversation like, hey, can you do this part live? It was more of a, okay, we're just figuring it out as we go.
Yeah, as you go,
and
each practice, each show.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when you're new to the band coming in, where the songs have already been done, performed, and everything.
Yeah.
So then you just kind of gel in and you just figure it out as you go. There's really no coordination to that. It just kind of happens.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, we were still gigging and stuff and producing the album at the same time.
Yeah.
So then as we're doing that, we're working the stuff out in the flow, and then you're like, okay, yeah, well, let's put your vocals here on the album.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they work out good live. And
yeah. I think it worked out pretty well, too. And I liked doing that part. And I liked, that's what I liked about doing Death Abides is that, where, like I said, in Palace of the Haunted, I was the only singer. So it's like, actually being able to like go around on stage and like move more, which is what I wanted to do in the last band.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're being able to do that with Death Abides. Like I was like, fuck yeah, I can actually walk around.
Right.
I can interact with people a lot more, and
Yeah, exactly.
It was nice, So, and that's one thing I really want to focus on with my new band too. And I told the guys, like live show, like I want to have more fillers. I want to have, more interaction, more movement, you know what I mean? Everything.
More of a stage show.
Yeah, more of a presence. Everything just better. Like I have like a bar that I have set, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it has to be attained.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a little process with it, but I think it's gonna work out pretty well.
Good.
So I'm really excited for it. So.
Yeah, stage shows are always like great to have.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I've always wanted to invest in when I was in a band.
Yep.
Would be like stage show, lights.
I want to do props with it because even Poth had a prop that some people didn't notice actually.
Oh yeah.
We had around Eli's drum kit. We had like these gates, like iron gates we had made.
Iron gates.
Around
gates.
the drum set.
Iron gates.
And Lucius.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that.
Iron gates.
I just thought it was cool how, because Eli's a good friend of mine. He still is, too.
Yeah.
I still hang out with him quite a bit.
He was in Death Abides right at the end.
He was at the very end. I feel
the
bad
very
because it
end.
was at the very end.
For everything imploded while I was at Great Wolf Lodge.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool.
Yeah. But he
Let's go down the water slide.
Yeah. Because he did drums for Poth, and he actually wrote one of my favorite songs that band did.
He was better at guitar than he was drums.
He's
a good drummer.
He was an awesome drummer, and he was getting
Like
better.
good, like
as
he was like
too.
that's not me talking shit. Like he was a good drummer, but he was better at guitar.
He was awesome at guitar too. Yeah.
Than drums.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's an all around he's a really good musician all around. So
Multi-instrumental and people that play multi-instruments just. I always fuck up that phrase.
Yeah.
But they amaze me.
Yeah.
Because like I always thought that I would be a really fucking good bassist or really good not necessarily guitarist or vocalist or whatever, but person that could be excuse me. You made me say excuse me because you said it so much. Something that could be on stage moving around.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've always wanted in my band. I always want the people to move around.
Yep.
So I kind of feel like I know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'd be good at it.
Yeah.
But I need to be good at the instrument, and I'm not.
Yeah. Well,
so that's the problem.
It's just practice.
And I don't have enough fucking time to sit there and put it in practice. Like, because I feel, not to take anything away from people that play bass, but I just feel like bass would be
what
the
you got
easiest.
Against bass?
I feel like bass would be the easiest to learn over guitar.
It can be, but there's someone put it this way, and I can't remember who it was, but and I totally agree with this. Where bass is the easiest to learn, but it's the hardest to master.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's not you can do the typical I'm just gonna do the root notes and just stick with that.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of people do that, but that
knowing when to put the
little pizzazz in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's a whole other thing. Knowing how to even take that even further and do a lead or you know what I mean? Do more.
Yeah. But see, me as my flavor has always never been I don't like really, really, really flashy bass.
Yeah.
Like when it goes too far, and that's like the
There
main
can
kind of the
be a
main
limit.
thing I'm hearing is bass, then I really don't like it. So me as a bass player probably wouldn't go for that.
Yeah.
So as long as I could learn like how to hang, then I'd be good. But
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I had
It'd be one of those things where it's like there's this part of me that really itches to want to do it just because I know what I would to do on stage. I feel like I
Yeah.
know what to do, but as a drummer, I'm stationary and I can't. Sometimes I just want to like in some bands, like I'm just like, just if I could get out there and kick your ass into gear and show you what to do, I'd do it, but I can't.
Well, that's
you know.
and again, in Death Abides, that's why I tried to make sure I would like move around a lot.
Yeah.
And again, like, and I had my
You were the
wireless,
most
like-
mobile out of anybody we ever had in the band.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I was like so thankful for.
Yeah.
When I hit you up, I'm like, hey, you're gonna be the bassist for Death Abides.
I still remember that, dude. I remember that day. I remember that exact moment too. I was bartending at Pope's Pub,
Yeah.
and I remember it was like nobody in the bar, and I remember I got this message from you, and I just says, I'm like, you want to be the new bassist. I was like, what are you fucking talking about,
Right.
dude? You know, and I'm like, yeah. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'd love to join you guys. You know, I love you guys' sound. You know, I like all you cool cats and kittens. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, before that, Kenny was the second most mobile, so the
Yeah.
bassist. So I mean,
And I get
that's
props.
all I want is mobility
Yeah.
on stage. Like,
Yeah, and I get props
Even-
to Kenny too. I like Kenny.
oh yeah,
Kenny.
I like Kenny a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
I've
good
never
guy,
had anything
but-
against Kenny.
Yeah.
I
Same
mean,
here.
fucking dude was always cool,
Yeah.
and I always liked it when he showed up to practice and shit. You know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is one you showed up in the band and I was like, okay, mobility has arrived. Basically it.
Yeah.
Because again, I can't do anything unless like I got Joey Jordison's stage show and
Right.
you
You're
can
like
flip me
flipping
upside
like
down.
yeah,
and
you're
I'll
like,
do some random ass fucking drum solo.
Yeah.
And like he does every night.
Yep.
Because I don't know how you coordinate that shit.
I don't know. Dude.
I don't know how you remember everything that you do in a drum solo.
I don't know. Yeah, he's crazy. He's just crazy. I don't know. It's fun shit though.
So you can't say much about your new band.
I
It's
can-
Vi,
I can say a few, just
but
that it's different different concept we're trying. God, I have.
there's
a lot
not
of-
much you can say, man.
I know. I'm trying to like not give
Because
too much
like
away.
lineups are secret.
Yeah,
Everything's secret. All you know is Vi.
it's Vi. And
Vi.
I told you Tony.
So
Tony's
Vi. It's Vi. You gotta have a symbol.
Yeah, I know.
Is it
I'm
just-
still working on it. I haven't even.
You
come
can't
up
even
with,
use like a
logo.
Roman numeral because it's 2.
I actually.
I mean,
was,
unless you do. I mean, you could use that.
I was
You could
actually
use
going
that.
to use a Roman
Roman.
numeral too for something with it because so my big thing.
You're like I was actually.
I was,
and I
but
said
now
you
you
can't.
fucking ruined it.
No,
Thanks
I-
a
but
lot.
no. Then I backed it up before you said it. I was like, well, no, maybe you can because it's
Yeah.
like it looks aesthetic.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know this. I'm named after my dad. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm not a junior though. I'm a second. So the number 2 for me,
Right.
it's like that number that follows me. You know what I mean? So
It's like you're really trying to do a band, like just a regular band,
Mm-hmm.
but it's actually Scotty Lange band.
I don't want it to just be like my band. You know what I mean? Like yeah, like it's like shit that I'm writing and stuff. But I like to have the other guys' input. And that's why like
Yeah.
their
It's a band.
song we're working on.
Like
Yeah.
the musical part of it and everything.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
know, that's all being worked out. But
Yeah.
you got a vision, a clear vision
Oh,
for
definitely,
this
yeah.
band
Definitely.
and what it's gonna be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's
So
what I
that's
want.
like the Scotty vision there. You know.
A bit, yeah, yeah, and the guys have been awesome with it, and I'm very thankful to have who I have on board.
But you know, you approach it the right way too. It's not like you join a band or you know you get these guys. Okay, this is the way it's going to be. No, you kind of tell them, okay, this is my vision.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a part of this?
Yeah, that's how I did it too. I was like, here, I'm gonna
So
show
everybody,
this, and
yeah,
and they
everybody goes in and they're on the same page. Like,
Yep.
okay, Scott, like we're gonna go with his vision of what he wants, but the musical part we're all gonna work out.
yeah, yeah. And again, like I have like
Which is the most important part when you're just a musician. You're like, well, I'm gonna have input on how the song
Yeah.
goes, right? I'm not just gonna come up here and play whatever you want me to do.
Yep. And again, like I there are songs where I have some musical stuff worked out, some I don't. but it depends. I have like a weird writing style. I don't know how I make
Right.
songs. It's like it varies too, because like sometimes I'll think of like lyrics first, sometimes I'll think of music first, sometimes it'll come like together at the same time. So it's like I'm not like that, you know. Oh, I can only do it this way. I can only do, like it's just however it comes to me, and it's totally random
Right.
every time, and I don't understand why. But it's just kind of how my head works, you know. I'm all over the place, you know, with everything anyway. So it's like that's just how it works for me, you know.
Well, it's like
So-
we said earlier about like you know, and laying down for bed at night. You just
Yeah.
got this fucking shit in your head.
Yep. It's just everything, man.
You got to get up. You got to record it. You got to do something.
Yep,
Like
yep.
writers and stuff, like famous writers, they would just like get up and they just start writing.
Yeah. Yep.
It doesn't matter what time of night it is or what they got to do. They get up and start writing.
Yep. And I have my notebook, and then I have or I'll type stuff on my phone if I don't have my notebook there. Then I'll go
Right.
back to it. So
So that kind of came up with Jesse about writing. So you know you got a notebook and you got lyrics and stuff.
yeah.
Like so. He says that you know he's never been the type to like write lyrics out and then fit them in a song.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But-
a lot of how I do it is, again, a lot of it will come together at the same time. Sometimes it's like a like generic music part, and that's where I'm kind of running into the song that we're working on right now, where it's
Okay.
like I had like a generic like thing, but you know the dudes are taking it and they're kind of making it almost like half their own at the same time.
Right.
So we're like kind of like forming it together, where it's like I had this general idea, but they're kind of like spicing it up in their own way. You know what I mean? Which I like.
Right.
You know, because I don't want it to just be, oh, it's only the things in my head. That's the only thing we like. I don't like that. You know what I mean?
As far as lyrics,
No, as far as like just the whole song, just the whole song,
I'm
just
talking-
everything. Yeah, but
I'm talking like fitting lyrics into a
fitting, like-
song.
yeah, it's
That it like Jesse would come up to the lyrics to a song. So they
Yeah.
would make the song and then he'd come up with lyrics. You're trying to fit lyrics into a song that's made. So how does that like work?
I've done it both ways. I've done it both
Right.
ways.
But you
with Poth a lot of times.
But you will like you'll come up with lyrics in your head. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's awesome. And you'll
Yep.
write it down. To where Jesse's like, no, I don't even do that.
So what
I just wait till the song. I get the song and then I'm gonna write lyrics.
Yeah. So what I do if I already have the lyrics thought out is I'll modify them, and
Okay.
I'll as the song goes on, as we're writing the actual music part of the song, I'll modify them a lot of times, and that's what I'm doing with this current song that we're working on.
Okay.
So a lot of it's being modified, and a lot of it will change, and that's fine, you know, because I want it to
Right.
fit. But it's just kind of like the lyrics are like a general guideline. But again, I have songs where it's like a lot of it, the music part is already kind of thought out too, and I just have to show it to them and whatnot in the best way that I can.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
With your
yeah,
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that, dude. I'm a big Lucius.
You need another one?
Yeah, pretty quickly here. Yeah, probably. Thanks,
Oh
bye.
yeah, that's dangerously low.
Yeah, dude. Almost on E. Thanks, man.
Oh, it's big and luscious.
It's fucking luscious.
It's fucking luscious,
Fucking big
eh?
luscious.
It's fucking.
Fucking founders, you know, they're just fucking. They make the big luscious, and then they, you know.
So you ever toured?
I've never to. I've always wanted to. I think
I just wanted to ask you that so you could. I wasn't the only one on the podcast that said I haven't toured.
you kind of like you haven't done like a full on, but I think the closest I came to touring was with Death Abides when we did that weekend where we went to Bay City and then those 2 Hamtramck shows. Like that was the closest.
Oh yeah, that's similar to the little mini tour that
Yeah.
we did before you joined the band.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like that was
That Bay City show was fun.
it was
It
fun.
was decent.
It was fun.
It was better than the other two.
It definitely was. Yeah. Yeah. I'll give it that. Yeah. I mean, I thought overall, I thought that,
Overall, it sucked, but it was
overall
fun.
it sucked, but I thought that first Hamtramck show of the 2, I thought was better because we had more of our, like, other friend bands there. Like, From Blue to Gray was there. Convalescence was there.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh,
That show was in that trip.
Yeah.
Okay, was that
was
Saturday
Hamtramck.
night? Right.
That was Saturday night. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
All,
then,
alls I had in my head was the Sunday night one.
Yeah, that wasn't
With,
even at night. That was the Sunday, just like earlier in the day.
No.
Yeah,
What?
it was like afternoon, and we left, And then was Echo of Silence played after us.
Oh, dude.
Remember
Okay,
that?
see, I'm confusing because I played Hamtramck a few times. I'm confusing a show at Hamtramck where you weren't in the band yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, enlighten me here. So we went to Bay City, then we went to Hamtramck from Blue to Gray.
Yep.
Pestilent Age.
Pestilent Age.
And
That's the band.
Convalescence.
Yep.
And then the next show was
It was Echo of Silence.
Sanctuary.
It was the
Okay,
Sanctuary.
yeah, Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
yeah, all right.
yeah.
That gives it a totally different view on
Yeah,
the
we
weekend.
ended up having to leave early, which kind of sucked. But they were like, yeah, there's another metal show
Oh,
after,
yeah,
after
we
you
did
guys.
after.
We're like, what? They're like,
Yeah, that was really
yeah.
weird.
We're like, okay, it's already a Sunday. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it was one of those bands playing for bands
Yeah.
show.
And we actually ran into the like headliner or whatever of that show at Metal Fest. Because I remember I think
Who
one
was
of
the
their,
headliner of that show?
I can't remember their name for the life of me right now. I think they're from
Oh.
like Missouri or something. Cool dudes.
Oh, Hollowfront.
Hollowfront. Thank you. Yeah.
But HALLOW.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they were cool dudes, and we ran into them at Metal Fest, and I think it was
Yeah.
like one of their guitarists kind of looked like me or something.
Oh,
so I got my.
bassist.
Was it the bassist?
The bassist.
Okay, yeah, because
I think his name is Jason.
yeah. But he
Yep.
was a cool dude, so I got a picture next to him.
Yep,
We took a
I
picture
remember
together.
that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Michigan Metal Fest, like I mean, not to talk like a lot of shit about it.
No.
Like, I'm not talking shit like that. It was like oh shit show for us. I mean, it was a good festival.
It was fun. It was fun.
It's it's one of those things where it's like if as long as you keep getting a lot of the locals on it, it'll be something that can keep going.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the locals are going to support it because you get out there with all your friends. All the local bands that you want to jam with are normally there.
Mm-hmm. Well, and again, Nagazi was there. From Blue to Gray was there. You know what I mean? Echo of Silence was there.
I mean,
Like we had a lot of good friend bands
Outliers,
there.
right?
I think Outliers were there.
Did
yeah,
they play
were.
that show?
I think they did. I
I
don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't know if
Convalescence was there.
Maybe they did play.
I remember I worked.
Oh yeah, Convalescence was there. Yep.
I worked,
shooting the blood out of the
remember-
water guns.
I worked from Blue to Gray's booth for a hot minute there.
Oh yeah.
I was the booth guy.
Yeah, I found out with fucking Tim there, so I got him SpaghettiOs, but apparently they were the wrong kind of SpaghettiOs. They weren't SpaghettiOs meatballs, and apparently they didn't have pop tops on them. So you had to have a can opener.
You done 'em dirty.
I did. I
done
guess
'em
I
dirty,
fucking
dude.
did, but it's fucking like, well, what the fuck, dude? You didn't specify, and all this SpaghettiO advertisement that it's the meatball kind.
Didn't you give Nagazi like dog food or something at one?
Oh, gave him dog treats. Yeah,
Dog
the same.
treats.
That was at Metal Fest. Yeah.
No, I think it was. I think
No,
it was
it
the
was
show
at Metal-
before that.
No, it was at Metal
Was that
Fest.
Metal
bro.
Fest?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Because that's when I gave Tim his SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because we played that.
Yep.
Play that Road to Metal Fest show with them at.
Oh yeah, it's a
the
stash.
Stash. Yeah.
Yep.
Which that was a fun time. That was cool because again, shit, I'm so bad with names right now. Kenny's current band.
Oh, Laurentine Tides.
Yeah, they were there. They were cool dudes.
Shouting out this podcast.
I know, right? This is just the shout out cast.
Yeah. This is just the fucking Michigan Metal podcast.
This is the Michigan Metal podcast right now.
I wanted it to be more of like, Urbex paranormal and all that, but I'm getting more of a variety of guests on here soon. I mean,
I can.
people are probably like, no, just keep it Michigan Metal, but I like other interesting stuff too.
I think having that, so I can talk paranormal stuff too.
What?
I can definitely talk paranormal stuff if you want.
Oh
So,
yeah. Well,
that's totally
what do you
up to you.
got? What do you mean?
So I've had quite a few experiences myself. So yeah, I don't mean to brag. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't mean to brag.
I don't mean to brag,
Hey,
but
don't
fucking-
ruin your fucking tops, man.
I already did, man.
My wife wants to keep them.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
She's gonna make one of those stupid tables where
So I'm not gonna
where you
lie.
put all the fucking stupid caps.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing the same thing. I have this huge collection. It was at my mom's house for a while, and now it's gone. I have no idea where it's at. So I started a new collection. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm making the same table.
same table as your wife, dude.
I think it's a table. I don't know. She just wants to collect them, so I save them.
Okay, I'll save them.
See, obviously I'm in support of it because I was like, "Hey, man, don't crush your caps.
Don't crush that fucking cat.
You motherfucker!
Melissa's
you
gonna
big
beat me when she
Lucius,
gets back if you do
big Lucius. She's gonna whip me.
She's gonna whip me.
Oh.
I'll drink to that.
Oh yeah, I'll drink to that. I'll drink again to that. I pack.
No, I've had some
I need to
stuff.
spark up some of this joint for this.
Yeah, you're good, man. So you see what had happened was.
I'm trying to get sponsored by like High Times. Or
Yeah,
something.
right.
I mean, at this point,
At this point, just get all the
Just go for
sponsorships
it.
you can. Sennheiser, call out. Come on, man.
I'm your cheap Joe Rogan. Come
Sennheiser,
on.
just sponsor me, man. I use all your stuff. Microphones,
It's-
wireless.
Instead of 300 million, you can just pay me 300 a month.
And I'm primarily German. Like, come on.
There you go, dude. I'm white.
So, I don't know how to explain. So, before
It's hard to explain.
it is, 'cause I don't know where to start. Before Poth was Palace of the Haunted, it was just myself and Matt Wright, and he would come over to my mom's house, you know, obviously where I lived at the time, and we would like practice in the basement. We had like kind of like a blues rock ish kind of like theme or like sound going. But we would also
Right.
try to include like some kind of heavier stuff, and we ended up not using a single song from that at all. It is
I've
all-
always wanted to do something like that where it's like weird, like kind of I wrestled a bear once.
yeah. No, it was weird, but we would practice in my mom's basement, and we ended up like kind of forming our sound into metal like over time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. And I think her first song ended up being Four Eyes Are Better Than Two, which is kind of like a pop punky kind of song. We ended up hating playing that song because it was so annoying. But and I hated doing it because I would do this stupid. I'm like going off on a tangent, but I would do this stupid, weird, you know, high pitched kind of "What's up, bitch? I'm missing you real bad, and you'll find." And I hated doing it.
That is
I hated
definitely
doing it.
pop punk.
Yeah, I hated doing it, and then you know the chorus part, I would not the same, you know, like
Oh.
kinda, you know.
What would that
So-
be called? Holy shit.
Yeah, so it was like a stupid mix, but we had a few people that would love it, you know. What's up, slut? You know.
No,
kinda.
there is a big audience for that.
There is, and like some people liked it, but we hated it. We ended up hating it.
Again, that's one of those kinds of bands, though. You want to join a band where you just fucking go on stage and you just go berserk.
Yeah.
Pop punk.
Oh, definitely. We actually ended up, and I'm going on a tangent, but
Yeah, we're sidetracking.
I
here.
know. I do that a lot. I think one of my favorite songs that band made was actually an Eli Jones song. It
Oh,
was,
Eli
It
Jones.
was called Davy Jones.
Oh, Dave Jones.
It was
yeah.
Eli wrote it, and we were trying to come up with a name. We found out that his middle name was David, so we're like Davy Jones,
Yeah, no shit.
and it just
obviously.
stuck. Yeah, so it just stuck. We ended up calling it Davy Jones, and we ended up forming it. You know, we ended up making a reference. You know, there's a part in I think the chorus where it went. Right after the chorus. This is your life into the locker, like Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah.
And I think that the best, whenever anyone asks me about that band, I always show them the performance we did of that song at the Music Factory in Battle Creek. Because that was like
Yep.
probably my favorite like performance we ever did of like any song was that particular
That's when
time.
you showed us.
Yeah. So
It's true.
it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's very true.
It's true.
But yeah. So anyway, so we would practice going back now. We would
Going back to paranormal.
Yeah, back to paranormal. Excuse me.
We're back to Trevor.
And we're back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hello.
So we would practice down in the basement, but we would get like weird shit. So like I remember one time in particular we were like kind of discussing a song, and I think we were like going over lyrics or something, and we're both kind of like laying on the floor, kind of like this, you know?
Yeah.
Just kinda-
Chilling.
and- yeah, and Matt looks up and his eyes get like really fucking wide at one point. He's like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "Dude, I just saw like some weird like dark figure come in here."
You're like, yeah, okay.
I was like, "What the fuck?" And then there's one point where
You immediately believed him, or you were like, yeah, okay.
well, I heard something behind me at the same time.
Okay.
So, which was weird. Like as soon as I heard it, I saw him like his eyes get kind of big. And then there was one time where we were down there playing, and what we would do is we would take a cheap video camera that I had, and we would like record ourselves playing, and we go back and watch it.
Right. That's what you did at that time.
Yeah, which I think is a good idea for bands, by the way, so especially if you're like practicing for live show. Like definitely do that.
Right.
But anyway, so he or there was one point where we're doing that, we're playing, and all of a sudden we see this weird, like, we couldn't tell what it was, but it looks like a black object, like, go from the ceiling and just, like, all of a sudden fall. Like, just poof. And, like, we heard it, like, slam to the ground. We're like, what the fuck? What? Yeah. So we immediately stopped. And
How
went
far
over.
away are you from this?
This was like halfway across the room.
Okay.
So this was like middle of the room.
feet.
So we were like kind of like in the back, like over here, and then there's like the entrance is like over here. This was like right here for it.
So like 10 feet away or
Roughly
20 feet?
maybe 7 to 9. I don't know.
So it was really close.
Yeah, it was fairly close. We couldn't, but it was so fast where we couldn't tell what it was. Now, granted, there was nothing hanging there,
Yeah.
and it was like we clearly saw something. It looked dark, but it didn't look
Like
like
a
it.
mass, just a dark.
It wasn't like huge. It was pretty small actually, but it looks like it just like all of a sudden just went boom,
Boom.
and we could hear it clear as day.
Yep.
So we stopped and went over and looked, and there was like nothing there. And then I don't know how much this my brother would appreciate, but my brother's had a few things there where he there was one time where he came home. I think I was in basic training at this point, and he came home and he went into his room and he could hear like stuff like going on like out in the living room.
Really?
And
Really?
like a whole bunch of shuffling and like just banging and like noises. And again, he's the only one there.
Yep.
And he was like freaked out, so he stayed in his room.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden he came out of his room, and the coffee table we had in the living room was like at the entrance of like the hallway. Right there,
Really?
like right out of his room. Yeah. So we were like, "Oh fuck." So there was some weird ass shit that happened there. Like
So extra.
it's so extra.
Oh my God. Scotty, you're so extra.
So extra. It's my big luscious.
It's the big lotion. I'll
the
drink
big
to
lotion.
that.
I'll
I'll
drink
drink
to
to that. So extra. I'll drink to that. Dude. It's going to be so many edits for I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
I'm going to edit them all together.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. You're
Just
like, I get it. You'll drink
just
to
like
it, okay?
Jordan, just like Jordan with right? Yeah, okay. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude,
right,
you fucking
right.
like that?
You fucking like that?
I do like Jordan, though.
Yeah.
I do. He's a good dude. He's good.
He is a good dude. Yeah. He's always had his priorities kind of set.
He does, yeah.
Okay. And Jordan probably agree with us, Jordan Kohlberg.
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes that if you didn't understand and agree where his priorities was, you would probably think, man, fuck that guy.
You're right. Right.
But when you understand, like, this is where he wants to go.
Yeah.
This is his direction.
Yeah.
You already understand that and you know that.
Yeah.
And so the decisions he makes to get there, you'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
He's a good friend.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But if you didn't, you'd be like, well, fuck this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would.
No, yeah. No, I agree.
Like,
I
so,
agree.
when he joined Death Abides, like, I was like, I don't think this is going to last forever.
Yeah. Well, and he
Because
left.
I kind of know the direction he wants to go, but I
Yeah.
know that he really wants to, be in a band, and I know, like, he can play this, and he genuinely liked it.
Yeah.
He likes the music, but I know, like, where he wants to go.
Yeah.
So I knew it really wouldn't be, like, a long-lasting thing.
Well, and I think, because I only got to play like 2 shows with him, I think.
Was it 2?
Yeah, I think it was 2, maybe 3, but I think it was 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he was supposed to play at 3rd, because he was already planning on quitting pretty much at that point. But
Right.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about staying if he could do more like lyrics or like lyrics or vocals and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jake was as into it, but I was doing vocals a little bit,
Right.
so I don't think he liked that. Which I guess I can't really blame him. You know what I mean? So
No,
but-
and honestly, like Jordan, where he wants to go with vocals was more of my vocal style, anyways.
was it okay?
Yeah, what I always wanted,
Yeah,
in
Yeah.
a vocal style was like, more of like the Slipknot kind of like where he kind of raps a little bit.
Yeah.
Not really. In some songs, yes, but
Yeah.
like kind of like just that really harsh voice, like
Yeah.
spoken almost sometimes,
Yeah.
but like singing a little bit, and then you have some singing and all that. Mudvayne would be
Yeah.
a good example of that. Of course, he's got like a really fucking distinct voice, but I'm pointing out people have distinct voices. But
No, I-
that style.
I know what you mean. I actually have a hard time with doing that style. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Okay.
I've had instances where I kind of could a little bit, but like that's one style. I'm like a very like I don't know how to put it really. Like I mean, you've heard me sing and scream like
Oh yeah.
you know, like it I have like a really weird, but I've been told that I'm like
Weird.
a word,
Word.
but like I've been told that like my screams are like really clear too. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like they're not as muddied as some people, I guess. I don't
Your
know.
screams?
My screams.
Yeah, no, they're good.
But they're not as like I guess muddied sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
So
I mean, I'm going off of like top of my head from a year and shit ago.
oh
but,
yeah.
Yeah, no, it was always very clear. Like once you get more like deathcore with it too.
Yeah.
Which is where I never really liked.
Yeah.
That was what I didn't like, but you good at it.
Mhm.
So
Appreciate it,
it
man.
made me like think
drink
like,
to that.
okay, we can. I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. But yeah, no, it made me like, okay, like we can put this in. Some people are a little more like, I guess a little more guttural, a little more like bassy or something like makes it like a little incoherent.
So gutturals are actually usually I don't do them as much typically. But they're actually
I probably misused that term, but
well, no, I know what you mean though. But like those, like lows, like the gutturals, like those are actually like kind of my strong point, and I almost never do them like in
Right.
actual songs,
Do
which is
one.
weird. I don't know if I could right now. My throat's kind of dry.
all right.
No, I can't do it right now. My throat's too dry.
Oh, he tried rumbling it.
No, I know it's too much right
get
now.
Get some big.
No,
big
it's too much.
luscious.
It is too much big Lucius. That's
It's
what.
too much big
That's what it
luscious.
is.
Oh yeah.
You put me on the
Scott-
spot, and I just can't do it in these conditions, Kyle.
Son of a bitch.
Isn't that the conditions
There's
right
too much
for me?
smoke in here. There's too much smoke in here. There's a guy we were gonna try out one time, and he said, "Yeah, what if you guys smoke? I don't want to be there because smoking like makes my voice harsh and shit." And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not a dick. Like, I'll like, if you're good enough, then I'll make that choice. Like, okay, I won't smoke in my own house.
Yeah.
Because jamming was always at my house. I'm the drummer. I like to
Yeah.
have my drums here. I only got one kit.
It's easier. It's easier.
It's easier.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'd be willing to make that, sacrifice for a guy to come here if he really despises smoking.
Right.
I know you're all right with it.
Yeah,
Every guest
I
I've
really
had,
care. Yeah.
pretty much, you're all right with it. But if you're not, like, if you're like totally like you don't want to be around smoke, like I can totally have a conversation and not smoke.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah.
But then I got like videos afterwards, and I was like, dude, you're not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on that
Back.
real quick. Yeah, that thing I'll show you after this.
Okay.
I think I do some a
Do.
little bit of gutturals. I do.
You
I
do.
do.
I
Big-
do everywhere.
I do the big Lucius.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. I do some, not like low, like guttural, like not the lowest I can do, but I do some gutturals in it. So
Okay.
I'll show you that.
All right. Cool.
But I'm going to show you that because we're friends,
Yeah. Right.
You know
Friends.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Friends.
We're good friends.
With benefits of seeing.
With benefits,
Of seeing undisclosed stuff.
Undisclosed stuff, yes.
So back to this fucking paranormal stuff that we
Yeah.
got way sidebarred off.
I know.
The mass falls down, everything.
Yeah, whatever it
happens
was.
from there, and what other things have you
What
seen?
of,
So what happens from there, Lil? How do you wrap that up? I think you may have wrapped it up, but we got totally sidebarred.
yeah, I
forgot.
know. I was going on a tangent.
We
and
need a little
I, like,
bow on it.
Yeah, and I like lost my train of thought. No, we just had like a bunch of like little stuff. I was just like random like noises and like stuff that shouldn't be there. So actually, a lot of it, I feel like kind of followed me in a sense when I went to like basic training and stuff.
Okay.
So, I remember. So those that are enlisted and stuff would know what I'm talking about, and some of this might be a little like weird sounding to you. So I basically in between coining ceremony and graduation. So coining ceremony is when they give you your airman's coin and you're officially an airman. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And then graduation is when you're officially graduated, which
Right.
is like they're like the next day. So I had avoided doing what we call EC duty, which is where you're like standing guard basically in your dorm. I had avoided doing that for a while due to a mix up with my dorm chief. So my dorm chief ended up taking my old bed and vice versa, and like they switched our beds, and so my EC monitor didn't pick that up for a while, for like weeks, and I never said shit. So I didn't have to do EC for like a couple of weeks, you know.
Right.
Once I told him, I spilled the beans on myself, and he's like, "Motherfucker," you know. He's like,
Is it just really boring, or
well, and you have to wake up. You have to have someone on EC, you know, all through the night too. And it's I think it's like 2-hour shifts, so there's 2 people on EC duty.
Okay.
And so I ended up getting away with not having to do that for weeks because of the mix up, and I never said shit, you know.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. Like even at like regular jobs and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't want to.
I haven't been on dishwashing for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I didn't say anything. But I spilled the beans, you know, towards the end, and of course, in between the coining ceremony and graduation, he put me on at the worst shift, which was like midnight to 2 or something like that, you know. And
2 hours.
Yeah, it was just 2 hours each. Yep. But so I was on shift with we called him Bubba because he sounded like Bubba from Forrest Gump.
Sure.
Yeah. I think his name was Horton. Cool ass dude. He's from Louisiana. Yeah.
Here's
fucking awesome dude, man. I miss that dude. But he
fucking Horton.
Yeah, so him and I were on EC duty, and we're standing at our little like table thing or whatever.
Right.
And for those of you that are enlisted in the Air Force, it's the older dorms, you know, not the new Disneyland bullshit, you know.
Right.
This is a while ago.
And where exactly are these dorms at?
It's San Antonio. Lackland Air Force Base.
Okay.
Yep. And this is so I went through when I think my last or second to last week is when they got Bin Laden. I was in basic training. So,
all right.
Yeah. So, so I remember we're standing at the table there, and we hear these weird noises coming from the latrine, you know, the bathroom.
Okay.
And like it was like weird ass noises. We're like, what the fuck is that? So Horton goes and he checks that out, you know, and he comes back and he's like, no one's in there, dude. I don't know what's going on. So we have what's called a day room, and we have like a little like bookshelf in there, but the door's closed and it's locked. You know, nobody can get in there.
Right.
And so TIs are you know, training instructors are known to go in there sometimes and fuck with you and whatever, you know. But so we heard what sounded like a bookshelf getting like completely just pushed over. You know what I mean?
Really? Like a whole bookshelf?
A whole, not like it wasn't like a huge, but we had a little book.
But that's what you heard is
Yeah.
like what sounded like a whole bookshelf coming down.
Yeah, so we had like a little like bookshelf, like about yay high, you know.
Okay,
there.
like maybe 4 foot.
Yeah, about 4 foot. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, full of books, and it sounded like someone took that and just, whoosh,
Bam.
you know. So we're like, oh fuck! So we like ran over and we're checking in there, and the bookshelf's right next to the door where you could see, you know, and there's a window so you could see in there. And we're looking in there, we're like, okay, the bookshelf's still up, you know, and we're looking all in there for, you know, nothing was out of place at all. We're like, what the fuck is going on, you know? So
where does this noise come from?
Yeah, so but it was like very clearly like from there. It sounded like someone was definitely like it was clear as day, dude. So
Dude, I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that, you know.
Dude, that's fucking
nuts. But I mean that was about it at that extent. Wait, there's
those ones like from like, you know, even from your mouth, like, you know, just with your background and stuff gives like, you know, just a little bit more credibility to it.
Yeah.
To the experiences and stuff.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of I've had like a lot of like minor stuff too, and I'd have to rethink of some of the stuff too.
Yeah, no, I mean even in this house that we're sitting in, you know, I've had times where, you know, I got like even before Lily was born, I have Layla upstairs. I got the monitor, everything. I know where she's at.
Yeah.
Sleeping. And I'll hear what sounds like walking around upstairs.
Oh, when you're down here?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Well, like when I was mixing and stuff like the Death Abides album.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything. I would hear what sounds like, or where we're sitting in my room here is like right under the living room, and past the living room is the porch.
Yeah.
So from where I'm sitting, I got a burp coming. Anyways, so where I'm sitting, to the left of me goes all the way to the backyard, the back of the house. What I would hear is like in the kitchen is back there. From the kitchen all the way to like the living room, I hear like walking around.
Like clear as day.
Clear.
Like kinda, yeah.
Like I like a boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And then I hear like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, it kind of sounds like, you know, okay, maybe the cat's running around.
Yeah.
I have a cat.
Yeah.
But my cat.
I think I've seen your cat like once.
Exactly. She's always
here.
hiding. She's like, you know, she's very like, I don't know, very anxious. She doesn't like, she still has not warmed up completely to the kids. She'll still hiss at the kids.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks. But, you know, whatever, you know.
Fucking cats, man.
I ain't gonna condemn her, whatever. She's only known me and Alyssa pretty much all her life. But, you know, so I think it's the cat. And I've pretty much ruled out the cat.
Yeah. Well, and the cat, like, you can hear, like, the individual paws a lot. Like, because I've had a cat. You know? Like, you can hear the...
And when cats are running around and they're going ape shit,
yeah.
And when you find the cat or you see the cat, they're all bugged out. They're like, you know,
yeah,
like they're chasing something or whatever. They're having a good time. Like when I've like actually found the cat, because you got to search for the cat.
Yeah,
like she's totally not. She's either sleeping or she's like just chilling.
Yeah,
it's not the cat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've like, you know, lots of questionable shit just kind of around here, like that aspect. I have no proof of it. I can't prove it. I've never recorded anything, you know. So I believe it. So sometimes I'm like, oh man, is it because you believe all of it? Are you feeding into it? But no, there's just some things you just can't explain.
There are, and there are definitely some things where, like, I'm one of those guys where, like, yeah, I believe in it, but at the same time, like, I want to rule it out first. Like, okay, they could have been this, or it could have been that, or it could have been that, or oh, yep, they ended up being this, you know, or that.
Right.
But I mean, I get to when I say that there's actually something there is when I can't explain it. Like, I can't find any other proof that it's something else. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I used to be a total skeptic, and then when I started having experiences, you know, obviously it changed my, you know, perception of that. But it's like, you know, again, like I'll try to find another excuse as to what it is, and then when I can't rule it out as anything else, then I'm like, okay, it might have been this, you know.
Well, you're definitely gonna debunk.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you can't just be like, you can't just hear.
Oh,
like,
that was paranormal.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was a, you know.
Oh God, I heard a crack or creak or oh my God, it's paranormal.
Yeah.
Those kind of people fucking annoy the fuck out.
No, I agree with that too. So, but
you definitely got to rule shit out.
Yeah, you definitely do. So my brother, had another experience I just thought of actually kind of recently. So a lot of times on the weekend I'll go stay at my mom's house over in Spring Lake, and I'll stay there for a night or two for band practice, because that's where my band's practicing right now, is in the basement there, and it's. My mom's there throughout the week or whatever, and then my brother stays there like full time right now. So he sleeps in my mom's room now, but before he did, because he pretty much just turned his bedroom into an office. But before he did that, there was one time where he was at home and he was in his room, and like I think he had the door shut, is what he said. Okay. But he knew that my mom's door was completely shut, and he said it sounded like someone. Like came in, not like opened the back door, because that's like the primary door we use is in the back.
Right.
It wasn't like someone walked in, like he didn't hear the door open, but it sounded like someone came from there and like walked into the hallway, like past his room, and then because his room is next to my mom's, and you have to go past his room to get to my mom's, and he could hear like someone go all the way around. He legitimately thought it was my mom.
Damn.
Because he knew the door was shut, because he always keeps it shut when she's not there, and like fully closed. And so he came out of his room and he was gonna go talk to my mom, because he was like, hey mom, you know.
Hey, yeah,
and
you're home.
He walked in and he opened the door, and the door was like open a little bit, not like fully, you know, just ajar a little bit. and he like opened the door, the lights were off, nobody was in there. My mom was not at home at all.
Right.
So he was like, "Oh fuck," you know.
Yeah, no
So-
shit. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, I'll drink to that, you know.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those, you know, weird, you know, kind of things. So
Yeah,
But-
the only other thing I guess would be when I was younger,
Mhm.
here in Holland actually, because I grew up in Holland.
yeah. Before he moved
Over
to
on-
K-City, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Over on 24th Street by Prospect Park, we had a house, and the stereo would just turn on randomly,
Really?
full blast volume, max. It could
Like
get
how often?
once every couple months.
Okay.
So it wasn't like every day or
Yeah.
every week or whatever, but like it would happen just randomly. So like, you know, maybe like it would be like twice in 1 month and then it'd go 2 months, or it'd be like 1 month, or, you know, just very random. That's why I say once every couple of months, because, you know,
Yeah.
it was so random. It's hard to narrow that down, but it was really weird. And then there was one time, which, you know, I can't deny it. Like we had a Cadillac DeVille, 1990,
DeVille.
1990 Cadillac DeVille,
Nice.
which I had ended up inheriting, but it was so fucked by that time that I inherited it. And you know, Cadillacs, they're really expensive
Yeah.
to fix.
Yeah.
Like this thing, so this thing needed like shocks or struts or whatever.
Yeah.
And this thing had the kind where it automatically levels you out.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you're sitting in a drive-through that's on a little slant, it'll go and get you to even.
Yeah.
So they're
fancy,
really expensive, and I was too young. I couldn't afford it. And whatever. Anyways, we had this Cadillac DeVille, so we're pulling out of the driveway to leave, go wherever. Can't remember. And then the fucking stereo came on
In the car?
in the car.
Really? Just randomly.
In the car.
Damn.
Like I remember
Like
my
full
mom.
blast and everything?
Yeah, I
Really?
remember my mom, like doing the whole, you know, backing out just like that, and the stereo turning on.
Fuck. What did she do? Did she just like do anything?
Like we just
or-
kind of stopped and we're just like, really? In the
Shit.
car now?
Yeah, that's
Because we all
freaky.
knew about it at that time. I mean, the stereo was turning on and it was going full blast. So we all there was at least one point in time where we all woke up to the stereo being on.
So we do it like in the middle of the night.
Yeah, do it in the middle of the night. Do it during the day sometimes. Yeah.
Was it like blasting like a certain song? Would it do like
No, like that.
like-
just whatever was
you know,
on.
Like all of a sudden
Yeah.
you wake up, here I am, rock you like a hoo-" you know, and you're like,
Yeah.
like all right, it's got good taste, you know. I like the Scorpions.
Voodoo.
Or did it do like the Insidious,
voodoo.
like it plays like Tiny Tim's, you know, Tiptoe Through the Tulips, you know.
No, it'd just be like
Oh, tiptoe through the tulips.
no, it'd just be like whatever was left on. Like if it was left on radio, then it'd be radio. Left on CD, it'd be
Okay.
on CD. Yeah, no, it wasn't picking specific shit. But yeah, it just turned on, and then it just go to full blast because it wasn't on full blast when it was turned off, and every time
Right.
it'd go to full blast, and it'd just be like fucking loud as fuck.
Jeez.
So yeah, and
Like
then it-
full blast from the get go, or could you like hear it like
full blast from
increased
the get go.
volume? Okay.
No, from the
Okay.
get go, just be like turn on. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know
Yeah.
because that would depend on like when you're waking up.
Yeah.
But the time that it happened during the day that I specifically remember, it was like full blast.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's freaky. That's
And
freaky.
it was just one of those like it was in Iowa, like you got the center console and the two speakers.
Yeah, I know what you're
the
talking about.
old
Yeah.
speaker system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those, and we had it set up down in the living room. So it first started happening in my parents' bedroom. That's where they had it.
Okay.
That's where it first started happening. Then they moved it down in the living room, and it still happened down there too.
Really?
So you can't say it was maybe like the
Like a-
room,
Yeah.
the circuit, whatever, because it happened like all around the house.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter where it was. It happened.
Jeez.
I don't know.
And now full
And then it
blast,
happens. And then it happens in the car
Dude. Yeah.
pulling out.
Yeah. Like that's
Like,
pretty,
I didn't even think of this story. We were talking about them before, paranormal stuff. I didn't even think of this story before. I don't know why.
Yeah,
But yeah, like that's, yeah.
dude.
How do you deny that?
That's freaky, especially in the car, man. Like that's freaky shit. Dude.
Yeah.
You know, you're just trying to leave, and all of a sudden you're fucking, you're backing up, and
Yeah,
fuck that, man.
dude. And then as a
Fuck.
kid, you're like, I think I was like, probably around 10 years old or something when I was there, because 10 years old would be like middle school, right?
Yeah,
11?
ish.
10, 11, yeah.
Yeah.
I was living in there, as a 10, 11-year-old. And then we had in our rooms, so I shared a room with my brother.
Mhm.
Upstairs, there was mom and dad's room. And there was a little room, which was kind of like the nursery for whichever kid was, whatever,
Yeah.
needed it. And then there was another room that we shared. And in the room that we shared, we had those like creepy, which we have in my house right now too, but they're actually full-blown closets.
Okay.
But we had those creepy cubbies where it was like you open up the little doors because like it was a slope, like the house sloped down.
Yeah.
So the room was like at an angle, the ceilings. So you would open up these creepy ass little doors. You go in, you can kind of crawl in, you can store a bunch of
yeah.
stuff in there.
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
had these cubbies in our room, and which we have here now, but they're like full closets. You can walk in, but you still can only walk in like 2 feet, and then it's slanting down.
Yeah.
And yeah, those things would like rattle at night,
Fuck
but.
that. Fuck
But
that.
but you think it's probably like a wind draft.
Right.
Nowadays you think it's like it's obviously it wouldn't happen every single night. But
Was it like obvious rattling, or was it just like
it's
a
like
little?
just a little,
or was
just
it
a little like
little-
enough to make you scared as a kid,
Yeah.
thinking about the radio turning on at night and all that
Yeah.
other stuff, and then all of a sudden you got a little rattle on these little cubby doors and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, yeah, you're creeping yourself out to
Yeah.
a big extent. Then you start having like little dreams about how you think you see shit. Yeah, dude, no. I've been
Fuck
through the whole
that,
thing.
dude.
That's why, like, honestly, like, shit, when I was younger, like, I couldn't handle, like, I love scary movies. I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
I do now, but, like, sometimes I couldn't handle them because I'd wake up with nightmares, of whatever. I mean, I think I got nightmares from, like, Pet Cemetery. Like,
Really?
Yeah, I think I did. Or, like, Mortal Kombat, I know I got.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I
are
got.
great
I
movies.
had one nightmare from Mortal Kombat that I specifically. You know how when you're younger, you only, and now you're older, you only remember like specific things.
Was it like you were like dreaming about stuff, and like all of a sudden you're.
I was dreaming like I think like I died or something.
I was gonna say I thought it'd be something like you're walking along, all of a sudden you hear the gong and then the epic Mortal Kombat. I can't even do it.
Yeah, no, like
Like all
Liu
of a sudden,
Kang's
all
like
of a sudden Liu Kang's right there.
yeah.
Or-
No,
yeah.
Raiden,
Raiden's right there. Fucking Goro's right there, and you're like, oh shit.
Scorpion,
Yeah.
Sub-Zero,
here,
Sub-Zero.
just like-
Yeah, get over here.
So
Sub-Zero. Who else?
They're there's a lot of they're redoing those. Kintaro, there's another one.
Kintaro. What was
they're-
the fucking robot ones?
Oh, I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't. Baraka, you could do Baraka. Baraka in
Baraka,
there.
Shiva.
Shiva. Yeah.
Shiva.
Shiva. Yeah, there's a lot of them. They're redoing them right now. Or they're I'm
movies?
sorry, not redoing. I think there's like
Johnny
adding onto
Cage.
it. Johnny Cage.
Johnny
That was the big
Cage.
dude down there. But like I swear to God, if they do anything other than like the original theme song, I'm gonna fucking flip.
Oh,
And
dude.
so many
they
other
better
people.
not fucking
They
like
they
try to
keep
remix
the original.
it.
Don't remix it. Just
Don't.
keep the original song because the dude that did it just did it so perfectly. Like
Perfect.
just keep it, dude.
Just
Because I
fucking
could see
keep
them
it.
trying to fuck it up.
Mortal Kombat.
Because I heard like some remix of some other dude trying to do it at one point. Because I was looking for the original.
Yeah.
And the dude sounded like stupid as fuck. He's like,
Oh.
Mortal Kombat. And I was like, God damn it.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Oh. Check it out. Oh no.
They're like, dude, no, it's not epic. I can't even do. I wish I could do the voice like that. That would just be fucking awesome.
Right.
You know.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I used to get like, nightmares from that, but whatever.
Yeah. That
I
happens.
attribute it all to that creepy ass fucking house we were in, and I was just thinking everything was fucking creepy.
I definitely had a
I
lot
got
more
nightmares
scares
for-
with
or-
that.
I didn't get nightmares. I got daymares
Did you?
from It,
Oh, from the movie It?
the movie It,
Really? Okay.
the old version.
I never saw the old version actually.
You haven't? You only seen the new one?
Yep.
I mean, the old version's not going to like impress you, like but
Yeah.
but it might impress you in just maybe psychologically, just how creepy it is, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
No,
in
I'd
a way,
still
because
watch
it's
it.
obviously not as advanced as the new one with
Right.
special effects.
So let me ask you this. So, what would you say?
Whoa,
Oh yeah. What movie would you say gave you the biggest jump scare ever?
jump scare?
Yeah, like you yelled out like, "Oh fuck!" Like kind of like scared the shit out of you. Because I definitely have one, but I want to hear yours first.
Honestly, the first movie that pops in my head, it's not a jump scare, but it's a oh shit.
Like you literally like
Was-
yelled out, like kind
Yeah,
of thing.
was
Yeah.
7.
7. Okay.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
That's a movie with Brad Pitt, and right at the fucking end of the movie, spoiler alert,
Yeah.
like there's this it's about like the 7 deadly sins, like gullible
Is that
but-
where they have all the ghosts? Or
No.
am I thinking of a different one? No, I'm thinking
No,
of
it's
something else. I'm
13.
sorry.
You're
Yeah.
thinking 13
Yeah, I'm
Ghosts.
thinking of 13 Ghosts.
Which
Yeah,
is a
my
really
bad,
good
my bad.
movie.
It is a good, yeah.
No, it's
it is a good
about
movie.
like 7 deadly sins, like being like a glutton,
Okay.
like gluttony and selfishness or whatever. So there's 7 deadly sins. Well, anyways, at the end, he opens up this package. It's like him and this other guy, and they're out in this field, and there's like this head in it, like a beheaded person, and it means something to the movie.
Might have seen bits.
And he's like,
pieces of
"Oh
that.
my god!" And then it shows it, and then when you see it, that's when I was like, "Oh shit!
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those oh shit, oh fuck moments.
Yeah.
Jump scares, a lot of times I can see when they're coming.
Oh yeah. They're
like in
predictable.
theaters, if I didn't want to look like a bitch, I'm like, oh, jump. Like I knew when it was coming, I just kind of look away.
That's kind of what I would do. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly,
That's
yeah,
what I
honestly,
would've
you don't
done,
want to look like
yeah.
a bitch in the theater, like, oh,
Yeah.
Then I know when they're coming. I just kind of look away for a minute.
Yep. You know what's going.
Yeah.
I think my biggest was a movie called Paranormal Entity.
Paranormal Entity.
Yeah. So it's like Paranormal Activity, but it's same concept where it's like just a dude with his camera, but it's like
Just a dude with a scare. I'll
know,
drink
it's
to
ju- it's
that.
just like- I'll
Actually,
drink to that.
I'll drink
I'll
to
drink
that.
to that,
You
you
need
know.
to drink more. I'm ahead of you now. You're taking these little baby
these
sips.
this is 7.8%.
Holy shit! Is it?
Yeah.
You're
This
ahead
is
of
my
me.
this is my third
Oh
one.
well, this is 6.
This is my third one.
This is 6. Yours is about 1.8% ahead of me.
Yeah. Which one is that for you? I only have 4, dude.
This is 5.
Oh, that's 5. Dang.
Dang. That's what I said.
Dang.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. Dang.
You'll drink a bigger drink with his pinky up.
Dang. That's my stage thing, dude. You've seen that.
Oh,
I feel like
definitely
so many people will remember us doing that. They're gonna watch this, like Joe or somebody's gonna watch this. You're gonna be like, oh fuck, they're back on. Dang.
Dang.
That was like every Death Abides video.
God dang.
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 Look at that. Dang. Look at that. So it was a paranormal entity, and there's a part where the dude wakes up in the middle of the night, and
Right.
like his camera's like dark, but he knows like his mom or somebody is there, and all of a sudden he flips on. Mom, mommy, and all of a sudden he like flips on the night vision, and like his mom's standing there, and like just how the night vision hit, and like her wrists were like slit and everything. There was like blood going down her like wrists and shit.
What?
And she's like just standing there, just staring at him, and like just that. Like he was awake and you could hear him, but like as soon as he turned it on, like I literally was like, "Oh shit!" Like I literally,
Right.
like yelled, you know.
Yelled.
Like, I probably woke your kids up. I'm sorry. But-
Probably.
I'm sorry, but
Layla coming back down here again.
yeah, she's gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
What's going on? You killing my dad?
Yeah, but you get the point. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah. Yeah, no shit.
So it scared the fuck out of me, dude. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been scrambling in my brain about another oh fuck moment, but I guess another moment that really sticks out in my head would be like when I was just mentioning, nightmares, and I said I got a nightmare at Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
One really just, I don't know if it was what gave me a nightmare or whatever, but one moment that sticks out in my head, I think it was Pet Cemetery 2 or 1 of those two, but it was when the guy, have you seen both or at all?
I'm not going to lie. I'm one of those, I want to see them, but I have never.
Hey, dude, I'm not a big movie buff either. There's probably movies you can name. I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where he goes to kill somebody and he has his dirt bike and he's revving it up and he's got the tire going like really, really fast.
Yeah.
And he kind of like slowly lowers it down to the kid to like grind him up basically, or whoever the hell was down there.
Yeah.
That like really sticks out in my mind as like one of those like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Brutal
like,
kind of.
brutal
Yeah.
as fuck.
Yeah, dude. I know.
And in his face, and I don't know who the actor was, but the face kind of reminds me of like Brendan Fraser.
Okay.
So if you can,
I can
picture like an older, like current Brendan Fraser with like a police uniform on. This is a police officer.
Yeah.
Like lowering this dirt bike down and this kid just like, yeah. Like, I don't know, dude. Damn. I think that was an accurate description.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. Traumatizing as a kid.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And
As
it was
a kid,
it was the babysitter that brought over the movies.
Oh,
so
of
that
course,
night,
yeah.
So that night was Child's Play.
Nice.
Again,
little
I
Chucky
don't,
action there.
Yeah. Again, I don't remember if it was 1 or 2, but this is early.
Yeah.
And Pet Cemetery.
How many? So you have 2 brothers, right?
Yeah, 2 brothers.
Okay, I think
2 younger brothers. We're all 3 years apart.
Okay.
I'm 30. So
I was gonna say I think I've met them both. I know your one brother. I think I met both of them at Park Theater, but your one brother kind of looks a little bit like you too. And like
that would be the one like right below me. Cody.
Yeah. Because I remember he came up to me. He was helping me like get your drum kit on the stage.
Right.
And he's like, "Yeah, do you know who I am?" And I looked at him. I was like, "No." And then he's like, "Oh, I'm Kyle's brother." And I looked at him again. And I'm like, "You look like Kyle."
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has like his hair done and everything. I was like, "All right."
Man, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's got the little fucking poof going on
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's still doing that, but
I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, the old Bruno Mars. That's kind of what it reminded me of. 'cause
Yeah.
Bruno always did that little fucking
Yeah.
fucking Bruno.
Bruno in a world. Bruno Mars in a world where Bruno rules everything, including fashion. Bruno. Big Lucius.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
Dude, I'm having fun, man. This is some fun shit, man.
Isn't it?
I've never I'm not like a big conversationalist kind of guy.
It
honestly.
forces you to talk.
It does, but at the same time, I'm like not even like forcing anything. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
you're not.
Like it's just.
But
it's
you
just more
are when
natural.
it comes to like a pause. You're like, oh shit.
Fill it with something. Beer.
Fill it. Beer.
Big Lucius.
I'll drink to that.
that.
I'll drink to that.
But no,
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun actually. I'm actually having a really good time.
It is really
So,
fun.
It
is.
Thank,
It's one
thank
of
you
those
for
things.
having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. No, it is. It's really fun just to sit down and like just have a fucking long conversation.
It is. Well,
You
and
don't have that.
I feel like we
Even as what?
I know. I was
You go
gonna
ahead.
say, no, I was gonna say I feel like we haven't like hung out like this in like a while, and which sucks because I miss it too.
You know, we've never hung out like this.
In a sense. So
In a sense, we.
do you remember the night that I got you really really drunk?
Oh yeah, I remember the whole night. Yeah, I was really
And
really drunk.
You were really pissed at me the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like my fucking bassist got me drunk.
Yeah, that was because like right at the end of the night, I just drank like
I made
a little too much.
I made those drinks for everybody too. Remember that? I think we called it backdoor cherry popper.
Because that was when we were staying up. That was when we were staying upstairs.
Yeah, we were upstairs. We had
Me, you,
Ri-
Zibby, and
and Rich. Rich came over. I
No,
think
there
it
was another girl.
there was another girl. Huh?
Oh, that was that Casey.
Oh yeah, it's when he was with.
Yeah, she's
her.
weird.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I got you drunk as fuck there too.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I see. I remember all that. Remember the upstairs.
Yep.
I remember all of it, dude.
Yep.
And I got fucking hammered, and I let it out.
You were so. I remember you were so mad at me the next day. You're like, I can't believe you fucking did that, dude. I was like, hell yeah.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I had to drink. That was when you introduced me to the Canada Dry.
Yeah, because that saved your stomach. I was
Oh,
like,
it
dude.
did.
Yeah, because I was like, dude, you got to. Because I remember
We
we
were
had practice the
practicing.
next day, and I told Jake to pick some up, and he did. And you're like, dude, this stuff works, dude. Ginger fucking helps your stomach, man.
Oh, it
Like if you're like, I love ginger. Like I brought it. Shit, this
for
plane ride.
pregnancy too for women.
Yeah, this plane ride I just took. Like I brought ginger ale with me, dude. It saved us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
It saved us, man.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
That shit fucking works, man. Ginger is like,
Yeah.
ginger is some good shit, man.
No, and that's what you said. You ginger or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I don't like Verner's. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
Get it?
you know, and we're both Michiganders, but I'm not a big Verner's fan either.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, like
I
think
never
I
got
liked it when I was
I don't get
younger,
the
but-
hype.
no,
What's the hype?
I don't know. I liked it when it was young. It doesn't even like it tastes
It's
like
not refreshing.
No, it tastes like exasperated like ginger. It's not like Canada Dry and like every
tastes
other
like
ginger
you're-
I've had is more of a ginger taste. You know?
It tastes like you're drinking something that's medicine.
Yeah. It's not. God, it's not.
Not
like
to the medicine
real-
level of like, ah.
Yeah.
But it's like, I gotta chug this down. I gotta
Yeah.
drink this glass of Verner's.
Yeah.
I have to drink this glass of Verner's.
Yeah.
To where it'd be like 7-Up is be like, yeah, I gotta drink a glass of 7-Up, but
It's
it
fine.
tastes
Like
good.
it's clear. Like it's
yeah. See, that's what I always got when I was a kid. I got upset stomach. It was be like, oh,
Yeah.
here's some 7-Up.
Yep.
wasn't-
7-Up's good too.
It wasn't Verner's.
Yeah.
But a lot of people claim Verner's.
Well, Verner's because
So
of the ginger.
So where
that's
does 7-Up
why.
come in?
I think it's because of
Because
the,
it's
and I
so
could be wrong.
carbonated, or
No, I think it's, and I could be wrong, but I think it's because of the citrus in there.
citrus?
I think so.
So citrus has a
think
lot
so.
to do with
Yeah.
making your stomach feel better.
I would prefer personally. I would prefer ginger over citrus.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Just effectiveness or just taste?
Effectiveness, but
Effectiveness.
Yes,
Right.
effectiveness.
That's
but,
what you want.
Yeah, but they're both
when you're
good.
younger.
Yeah, when you're. I mean, they're both good. So I used to make this
Oh.
like pitcher of like green tea, and I would put like. I would like cut up lemons, and I would get like actual ginger root, and I would
Okay.
cut it all up into like cubes.
How old are you doing this? You said you used
This
to.
is no, well, like pretty recently. I haven't done
Okay.
it in a while. Like I would still do it. I just have because I'm like on the road so much right now. Like I just haven't been able to. you
Yeah.
know?
Military life.
Yeah. So I've been like I would put it all in there, but it was like a good combination with the lemon and the different green tea and whatever other tea I would put in it,
Right.
and then the ginger in there, and I would feel great. Like you know what I mean? Like my stomach would also be awesome. Everything, dude. Like everything just felt great.
Right.
So
So you would like drink that regularly?
Yeah. I would like I said, I would make a big I got a big pitcher of it, and I would just make that like fill that pitcher up and just fucking just drink that all day if I could,
All
maybe
day?
all day with sometimes with beer, and then I would finish it with the tea, and so that my stomach was not upset, and it would work.
You got a hangover cure?
So I've only ever had 3 hangovers in my life, and that's out of a lot of beer and other
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah.
And every
I still have
hangover-
your military special out there, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
that shit.
It's probably fermented by now.
Well, it was prior fermented, but
That's a joke.
it's yeah. So yeah, thank God I forgot about that shit. Yeah, I remember bringing that over. I was like, "Hey guys, you want to try this?"
We did, dude. We
We
drank
did.
some. Dude, it's
worked.
down there.
Every
I'll
hangover.
bring it out.
Yeah, we could.
I can.
Every hangover I've ever had either involved Germany or German beer, and I don't know if I told you the stories behind them.
So like authentic. You're not talking like.
Authentic.
Is Heineken German?
No, that's Dutch.
Dutch.
That's Dutch.
Is there any like German beer crossover to here? Like Corona is supposed to be Mexican beer.
Yeah, Corona's Mexican. Technically, Beck's is supposed to be, but they have the ones you get here are brewed in the U.S., so you can't.
Right, it's not authentic.
Yeah,
but it's supposed to be like.
But you'll find like you can
German beer.
Yeah, you can find
like Killian's.
some
Isn't that supposed to be Irish beer?
That's supposed to be Irish.
Is that brewed in the U.S. though?
I think that probably is too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. But
yeah.
But you can find them at some places. So
dude, while we're talking about alcohol,
yeah,
I gotta piss. You watch wrestling when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever like think of what your entrance theme would be?
I actually used to play the games a lot.
Oh, me too. No Mercy on N64 was the greatest. Is the greatest and will never be topped.
I played the later ones. I played like 360 ones, Xbox 360.
Oh,
but yeah,
you never played N64? No Mercy.
I think I might have a little bit. I think my cousin had it. Had it.
It's the greatest storyline.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Can't beat it. HBK was my favorite wrestler though.
Really?
Yep. HBK.
Over like who was your second? See, it's hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
My favorite Stone Cold.
I mean, yeah, I like Stone Cold.
You can't beat Stone Cold.
No,
dude.
yeah, no, you can't. But I mean,
Heartbreak Kid, yeah. Shawn Michaels, yeah, he's a fucking legend. But
yeah,
fucking Stone Cold.
No, I did like Stone Cold. But so when
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. You know. So I think when I really like I was kind of into it a little bit when it was WWF still, and like I liked The Rock, I liked Stone Cold, but I think when I got into it more it was when it was already WWE. And
really?
I used to watch more Raw. Yeah.
How old are you again?
I'm 29.
29. You're only a year younger than me. You got into it way later.
I got more into it in like high school. Like I liked it a little bit beforehand, but I didn't do too much with it, and then I got into it more. Like I knew some of the stuff, you know. But
so you like a John Cena guy?
Like
before John Cena, you got into it.
Well, no, he was there. He was definitely there. I was more Raw kind of guy.
So,
but like HBK, Triple H, Crime Time. I used to like
Crime Time.
Crime Time. I'm not gonna lie, but they I can't remember the wrestler. Actually, one of the wrestlers just died in that team.
Who?
I don't remember his name. I'm so bad with names. I think it's Shad.
Yeah, you did say that.
I think it was
earlier.
Shad. Yeah. But Crime Time was actually my second favorite tag team. Obviously, DX was my favorite.
DX your favorite.
I liked the Hardys.
Hardy Boys.
Hardy
dude.
Boys. I did see
beat the Hardy Boys.
you can't,
bro.
I saw it.
Dude.
I saw.
Well, DX, I guess, but they weren't really.
DX.
DX wasn't really a tag team. It was more like Road Dogg and Road Dogg, Jesse James, and Billy Gunn.
It was at one point, but then when it was just Triple H and HBK, I mean, you know.
Yeah, but see, I guess it's later on.
Yeah, it was. But anyways, yeah, so I saw ECW and SmackDown live at one point. My mom
You've
actually
seen it live? You went to a live wrestling show
at Van Andel Arena.
Van Andel.
At Van
cool.
Andel. It wasn't a recorded one, but
wasn't?
No, but it was.
See, that's the thing with wrestling. There's lots of stuff that goes on that you don't even see.
Yeah. So we saw it because my brother was into it too. My mom actually took us. I was really surprised because my mom got into it too.
Oh yeah, there's tons of moms and dads and stuff that got into wrestling.
So my mom's very strict Catholic.
Okay.
So I'm surprised.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because
especially coming from me because like you know how I am.
Yeah.
Like, my mom's very strict Catholic.
Yeah.
And I got my mom.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, I'll drink to that. So I actually got my mom into drinking beer. She loves beer now. Because of yours truly. So
right.
And I got her into wrestling. I get my mom into shit. It's funny. So, but she took my brother and I to SmackDown and ECW. So we saw like Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, dude.
And all
cool.
that shit. And Edge was there. That was
Edge.
You know, yeah.
You're right. He's still in it.
Yeah. So is he still really?
Yeah, dude. Like I don't know
Good
how
for him,
it happened, but like I started like just looking at more wrestling updates, just like the updates, and now it's like kind of on my feed.
Yeah.
So I like see like him and Randy Orton.
Oh, Orton's still in it, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like they have a feud going on. Like he injured him some last match, and now like it's been like 6 months or something. He's back now again.
Jeez.
He's got like the gray little bit in the beard now and
yeah,
shit.
he's got to be getting old, man. Yeah.
They're clinging to the past, man.
Yeah, I know. They're good guys though, but
you still watch it currently?
No.
Okay, so we're just talking past stuff.
Yeah, we're talking past. So anyway, before you took a piss, let's talk about my hangovers.
Oh yeah, the hangover cure.
Yeah. So
fucking wrestling.
No, the cure. Now I've never tried that. I have obviously for a cure the tea thing, but the times I have had a hangover, I think the first time I was in Guam
Guam.
on my
Here we are.
second or third time there. I've been there technically 4 times now. And
4 times.
technically, yeah. So there was one night, it was towards the end of the trip, and I got this, like, I have a picture of it I could show you. It was like this, like, over half a gallon thing of, like, German Winterbach, and I think it was, like, close to 7% or something, which is kind of high.
7% alcohol. Is this beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is close, which is, like, high for, like, that kind of beer.
Right.
And so I've been doing, we do this thing in the maintenance world sometimes where we'll take like Fireball or something, and this is why I can't do Fireball anymore.
Right.
And we'll like take a sip, pass it around, take a sip, pass it around, take a, and if you get it, you have to take a sip, that kind of,
Yeah, right.
a lot of people
those
do that.
things, peer pressure.
Yeah, a lot of people do that shit. But so we're doing that, and then I drank this thing within like I think an hour or two of like that half a gallon.
7%.
Yeah, and it was over half a gallon.
Yeah.
I drank it. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night and like going to the bathroom, just puking my guts out, and like I had
Those
the
worst
worst
feelings.
hangover. Yeah, just fucking terrible. Like next day, I woke up and I had such a terrible like headache and like I couldn't do it. And then so that's what I consider like an actual hangover, where like you're puking and like you're like legit
You're
like
hot. You're sweating.
you're hot. Yep, and your like head is just
You're like,
pounding.
the whole room's spinning.
Yep. So then. Second hangover was first time to Germany, and it was just for like a night. And we went out. We were in Bavaria, landed at the Munich airport, and we were in the town of Erding, and we ended up Erding. Yeah, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but
Erding.
Erding. And
Erding.
so we
Dang.
yeah. And we ended up going down to the Erdinger brewery, which is actually one of their Erdinger. The brewery, which is actually one of the one of the bigger German breweries in my opinion, but
Yes.
pretty good.
Erding.
And I thought it was cool because the name of the street it was on was actually my last name.
Lang.
Yeah.
Lang.
Or they technically.
God, just change the first letter of your
I know.
fucking last name, dude.
And
Dang. Oh, it's meant for you.
I know. Well, so a lot of times in our maintenance stuff, you put your minimal signature, which is your first initial, and your last name. So mine is Slang.
Slang. Oh, that's funny.
It works though. It works.
It works.
So we did. So we went there, and like the name of the street the brewery I was on was my last name. But we had a lot of beer, and we did a couple of shots, and we ended up staying at this So ended up staying at this very cool like resort like thing and whatnot. And I woke up the next morning, and I was supposed to be up by like 9 a.m. And I woke up and the fucking sun was up. Like it looked like it was like 10. I was like, oh fuck, I'm fucking late. I got up and I'm like
rushing,
panicking,
like,
and I have just a
fuck.
terrible headache. My stomach just terrible like shit.
Oh fuck.
And
'Cause all
then
the shots.
shots. I only took like 2 shots, but it was all the beer too.
Well, yeah.
I did a lot of beer, but
beer before liquor never been sicker.
Yeah, that ain't no
That's
joke.
what they
dude.
say.
Ain't no joke. And so I fucking like I had a glass of water next to me that I didn't finish, so I like chugging that, and I'm like
it.
like puking my guts out on the toilet and stuff, and I took the shower, best shower I've ever had.
Oh yes.
And
You're drinking the water out of the shower, like
yeah, pretty much, yeah. And found out when I woke up it was like 5:30 in the morning. And like the sun looked like it was like 10. Yeah, I was like, holy shit. Like,
because you're in a different fucking
yeah.
area.
Because that's fucking Germany, man. Now I get why so many German people are morning people, Jesus Christ.
So really, it was that high.
It was that high. It looks
Wow. What time of year was this?
This was like June, I think.
June.
It was like about
June.
June.
Well, see, I guess my hangover cure. It's not a cure.
Yeah.
It's a preventative.
Yeah.
Is to fucking chug water
That's a good idea.
all throughout the day.
Yeah.
Before you go drinking.
Yeah.
Drinking.
I used to do that a lot.
Like if you know, this is one of those things like if you know you're gonna go out that night, you're gonna be drinking.
Yeah.
Even if you don't think you're gonna like go balls out, but drink some water all throughout the day.
Yeah,
like
it
drink
helps.
way more than you normally would.
It helps, dude. It really does.
Way more. That's what you want.
It helps. So
it definitely does. Because the whole thing about a hangover is that you're dehydrated.
it is, yeah.
Your brain,
exactly it.
Everything is just dehydrated. Needs more water.
So some people have like a chemical that they produce that helps them. I think I have that because again, out of how much drinking I've
Helps you
done,
produce.
it's like some chemical that like kind of helps your brain like not feel. I don't know the whole like thing with it or whatever. I'm not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that can just drink like a fucking fish.
Yeah.
And just get up and be like totally fucking fine.
Like I
and I am fucked up.
yeah.
And maybe have drank even maybe less than they did.
Yeah.
Which is most time the case with those kinds of people.
Yeah.
Like you.
Sometimes I
You're
don't
like
drink as
fine.
much as I used to.
You're fine in the morning. Well, referencing back to that night you were saying earlier, I'm fucked, and you're like, we need to get this guy Canadian Dry, and you probably drank more than I did, and or just the same amount, and I'm fucked, and you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, either that's you drank more in your day, which because I've always been more of a pot smoker.
Yeah.
I've always been more of like I'd rather drink or smoke than drink, But
and I had a lot of Dragon's Milk too because we're in Holland.
right, exactly.
And I love Dragon's Milk.
Exactly. But I mean,
Yeah. So my third. Do you mind grabbing the other one real quick?
Oh yeah.
Please.
Yes.
Please. Thanks, man. You're such a
As
friend.
you go.
Thanks, bud.
The big Lucius.
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 Founders, you fucking did it.
You fucking did it.
Fucking did it, the big Lucius. I actually really missed their Lizard of Kaz. That was a great beer. But
Lizard of Kaz.
Lizard of Kaz.
Yeah.
Lizard of Kaz.
Lizard of Cuz.
I'll drink to that.
Oh. I'll drink to that.
So my third hangover was my
5 down.
Ooh, getting there, bud.
Wow.
Third hangover, I was in Germany. I was in Geilekirchen.
Got like jerking.
Geilekirchen. I probably
Yes.
I can probably totally mispronounce it, but
Probably. They're probably like, he sucks dick.
he sucks dick. No, I was over there. It was my last night there. I think I was there for like 2 weeks, and that's a NATO base. So there's there are a few different like countries there. And our last night I remember there was a karaoke thing going on at the like
So there's
pool
a few
they had
different
there.
countries here.
Yeah.
And there's karaoke going on.
There was karaoke going on. Yeah.
How could this get any better?
I know, right? So a group of us showed up to this karaoke thing, and it was like closing down by the time we got there. But the Belgians were there. The Belgians they're cool ass people. They're
Belgians.
the Belgians.
The Belgians.
Belgians are very nice. They're very awesome. And they were very very inviting, and they're like, well, this place is closing down, but we have our own bar at our place. You guys want to come? We're like, fuck yeah! So they're like, come with us. So we walked down the road and to the Belgians' place and to their little bar.
Come drink our toilet boil wine.
Yeah, dude, their beer is fucking awesome, man. They know how to brew some beer. So
Hey, I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. Yeah. So we're there and they're asking me, they're like, well, what kind of beer do you like? And I was like, well, I like a lot of dark beer. I'm like a big stout guy and like that kind of thing. Yeah, I love it. I mean,
You love it.
I love it. And just because I'm a connoisseur, Excuse me. So, yeah. So they're like, well, we have these two different dark beers. They're like, there's this one. This is kind of easier drinking, but then we have this other one. They're like, and every other American we've given this to has always hated it. I was like, well, naturally, I have to try it.
I have to
try it.
Give me a glass.
Just give me a glass. So have you ever had like a Stella Artois like?
Fuck no. I don't know.
Okay, so whenever you go to a restaurant and they give you a Stella, they always give you this like special like glass and it has like gold on the rim and stuff.
Never had it.
So yeah, so if you ever do in the future,
Okay.
you'll get that glass. So they gave me a glass kind of like that, but a little fancier. It wasn't a Stella glass; it was a little fancier. And they poured it, and they were like, make sure you never ever drink this out of the bottle. You always have to do it out of the glass. And I was like, all right, okay.
Okay.
And they were very, very nice. And it was kind of funny because like they poured this and they handed it to me and they're kind of watching me. And there was a couple of them and they're like watching me and I'm smelling a little bit.
Well, they said, every other American they gave it to,
Yeah,
like, they didn't like it. So obviously they're going to watch you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, man, this guy's not going to be, So I'm taking it and I've drank it and it's very dark and it's very sour, but it's not like anything it's not like a stout or like a porter or anything. It's very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's dark and it's sour.
Right.
And
right.
I was like, oh man, this is actually really good. And I really liked it, And they're like faces like kind of lit up. They're like, oh my God, like this
What?
American actually likes our, this beer. And I was like, fuck yeah. Like I was like, this stuff's good, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, so I became like their new best friend. I swear to God. They're like, this is just fucking awesome.
Oh, just give us some more.
Yeah. So they're like talking to me. They were like, can I drink this with you? And I was like, yeah, dude. And they're like, fuck yeah,
Right.
So
Took
they're
it back.
Yeah. So they're like,
Yeah.
they're drinking it with me and shit. And they're like telling me the story on it. They're like, yeah, it was like a group of monks, like couple hundred years ago that brewed this and yada yada, And I can't remember the whole story, but they're like, it's actually a really precious beer to us. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I was like, yeah, this is great beer. So I only had like 3 of them, I think, and I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
I only had, I think, about 3 of them. And I had like some beer before we got there or whatever, but not like a whole lot. And I remember walking
That's gonna
back.
show up on all the audio.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm very fidgety. I'm a very fidgety person, dude.
Oh yeah. That's fine.
I know. I can do some with my hands.
Give me the
Give me that
luscious.
luscious. The fucking big luscious. Give me the big luscious.
Not bad, luscious.
The big luscious.
That's why I smoke a lot too.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm like,
Dang. So
Give me something to fidget with.
I remember
Besides my dick.
besides my dick. The big Lucius.
Besides.
Dang.
You want the big Lucius. Oh.
So yeah. So I go back. I think I got back like around like 2 in the morning or something. And I like headed back at 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning, of course.
2 in the morning, yeah.
Huh?
And with a couple of dudes, and I had to get up
With a couple of dudes.
with a couple of dudes. No,
Yeah, I had to
from
get
a
up.
unit,
They're like,
yeah.
hey.
But hey. No, we got up or we went to bed or whatever. I had to get up like a couple hours later, and like I remember like so when you're in uniform, you have to be clean shaven and all that shit.
Right. Which is exactly how you are right now.
And I hate it too. I hate not having my beard. You know how how much I love having my beard.
Right.
So
For sure.
So I get up and didn't shave or anything, and I went out to the jet. And I was still drunk, but I was like I was hungover as fuck, dude. I was like, Jesus Christ, I have the worst headache ever. Like, it sucks,
Pounding, just
it's
throbbing
so bad.
in the front, just like, That's what's almost like you think's like just making your vision off. Just,
Yeah.
Oh.
It was so bad, but I was still like trying to do stuff, but I'm like very slow, and I'm trying to like drink water.
Everything's slow.
But the water, I swear to God, was like fermenting, like re-fermenting everything. So I'm like starting to get drunk again. I'm like, oh okay,
no. Okay, I can do this.
Yeah, so it was just weird. But it was fun. It was I love Germany. I love going to Europe. I love going to Europe. I'm gonna play with these again. I love going. I love.
There they are.
I know.
Stack them like Pokemon.
Sorry, Alyssa. I'm gonna play with the caps.
Play with them. I'm gonna play with them.
The caps are blind.
I love
They're all
playing
mine.
with caps. Caps.
Someone's gonna watch this and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with those people?
I don't know.
They're so fucked up. I don't know if I like them.
I don't know either.
I think they might be a little fucked up,
Find out.
Dang.
Next.
Next episode, you might have to find out
What happens with caps
with the bottle caps
that were taken?
off the door. Did they go into a table?
The length
Did Scotty, did he fidget with them too much and they become trash?
And then Scotty Lange shows up on scene.
The world may never know.
He looks like the guy from CSI Miami.
I can't remember the name for it. Fuck!
No.
I was more of an NCIS kind of guy.
You
I'm
never
sorry.
seen CIS Miami or CSI
Very
Miami?
bits and pieces.
The guy who had like the orange hair with the glasses, and he always had that like side like look, like he'd just be like sitting there with his glasses, like
I think so. I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad always watched that show for some reason.
How is your dad?
He always made fun of that fucking guy too. And I'm like, why do you watch the show then? He's like, yeah, all Mr. Side Glasses. Like,
Yeah. The side
why do you
glasses.
watch it? Well, it's because we always had just a fucking antenna. We never had cable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we never did. Dude, we grew up rough at first. I mean, but we're just. I've already had plenty of drinks to that, but I'll drink to that again.
I feel that.
We've been down. So I know people even less than, even probably had like worse experiences than this.
Yeah.
But we've been down to where we had like spaghetti sauce and biscuits and gravy, just the mixtures
Yeah.
for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
That was our dinner, was spaghetti sauce and the biscuits and gravy mix.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Just what came in the package was what we had. There was no meat, substance, nothing. We had nothing in the cupboards. We had like, maybe some Cheerios. So I obviously had like some dry Cheerios after that. But like, that was it. Like I was going to 7-Eleven and I was like stealing candy bars and shit
Yeah.
just to fucking survive.
Yeah. No, it's rough.
I
dude.
came up
It's
with a
rough.
system. My system was basically I would put on jogging pants, right? And then I'd put on long socks and I'd put them over my jogging pants. And then I'd put on jeans over top and then like a big coat, because this around this time when this was happening, when it got real rough,
Yeah.
around that time, because everybody, you hit your low points.
Oh, yeah.
You're obviously, people when they talk about their stories and stuff, and they say they got down to that point, it's not like I don't think it's extended like that for like that long of time because you can't sustain that.
Yeah.
But during this low point, this is what I was doing, and then I'd put that over and put long coat, and then I would just go into 7-Eleven. I just drop shit down my pants, down to the lower ankle part where the sock was over top, so it would catch everything. And I would like drop like nutty bars or whatever like was small down my pants, and then like just kind of slowly walk up to the counter and buy like $2 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And walk
Stuff
out
in
just to fucking have some food for the night.
Yeah. No, shit, that's rough, dude. That's rough. It's in a weird sense that kind of reminds me of basic training. So when I was in basic, we weren't technically allowed to like write letters home. Like we could get letters, but my TI wouldn't let us like write letters home, but we would sneak them, and he knew, like the dude knew,
Right. Right.
So, like everybody knows. So we would write them, but there was one time where I only wrote, I think like 2 letters, like towards the beginning, and that was it. But I remember there was one time I was writing a letter home.
When you had more of that sense of like,
Yeah, but
in that beginning, like I gotta write home.
yeah. So we would get a phone call once a week if we did all right. Like I think there was one week where we actually
You had to earn your
get it.
phone calls.
We had to earn our phone
I
calls.
think that's
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, but still.
it's whatever.
It's a phone call.
It's basic training. Like
It's a phone call.
Yeah, I know, but
It's a phone call.
But it's it's a psychological thing. Which
I
is
know it
a
is.
big
They
part
gotta
of it,
break you
what it is.
down, bring you back up.
Yeah,
but
so-
like
Yeah.
Still.
But
it's a phone call.
so so there was one time where we ended up having a fire in our DFAC in my like squadron building.
Like a legit, like, oh my god.
Yeah, like the
fire.
kitchen had a fire. Yeah, like we couldn't see it or anything, but we had to evacuate.
Yeah, right.
And we're like, I'm in the middle of writing this letter, and I'm like, oh shit. So in basic, they make you use like a blousing strap, which is, it's like a little like almost like how do you put like I don't know about spandex. I don't know how to put it. It's like a little green bluish kind of like strap thing that hooks around your like calf.
Okay.
And you tuck the bottom part of your pant leg up inside of it.
Okay.
So you have to do that in basic, at least when I went through. I don't know now, but so I have the blouse and everything. I have a blouse and everything, and I took the letter because I had to hide it, and I put it up my pant leg, and I put it in between the pant leg and like where it was folded over.
Is this
And
like
I hit it. That's where I hit it, and it was the best spot ever. Nobody ever found it, Like
Right.
I never got called out for it,
Right.
So I was proud of myself for it. I was like, fuck yeah. So
But it still sounds like some kind of story you would hear from like, I don't know, some concentration camp or some
you just had to hide it.
fucking-
You just had to hide it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
just
It's
and
crazy
it's just
shit.
a letter home, right?
Yeah.
Like this is a letter just home.
Yep. No, it was crazy. as fuck.
Where was this letter from? Mom and dad? To mom and dad, or
Yeah, I think it was to my mom. Yeah, because
Yeah.
my parents
Yeah.
have been.
you just writing the
yeah.
letter home,
Yeah,
but you had to like conceal it,
I had to conceal it.
hide
yeah.
it.
And I was so
And-
proud of myself for
and,
hiding it the
like,
way I
you're
did.
so proud of yourself
Yeah.
for this moment of hiding this letter to
Yep.
mom.
Yep.
How fucking dumb is that?
It's like I said, it's psychological.
It is,
But you won't get that nowadays. Like kids nowadays get to do like more shit and all that. And like shit I never had.
You get those
know what I mean?
benefits, right? But you get those benefits now, right? That
Well,
these
shit,
young
I've
kids
been
have?
in for 10 years now, so I get like
But-
right now because I'm technically active duty right now
Yes,
with the orders that I'm on.
right.
So I'm
I
getting
like-
10-year, E5. I'm a staff sergeant, so I get 10-year staff sergeant pay right now. Like,
Right.
which it could be better if I was like a tech sergeant or a master sergeant, but fuck, I mean, 10 years with is because I'm a non-commissioned officer.
Yeah.
Like fuck yeah, man. Like I get some decent pay with that sometimes.
Oh well, I'm
so-
not even talking that. I'm just saying, like, with the new benefits that come in with the, like you said, like the guys that are coming in now, they get these, you still get those benefits, right? Like obviously you get the benefits of the new ones that are coming in with,
Oh, you mean
like writing letters home or whatever.
Well,
it
yeah.
is.
I mean, obviously, I'm not in basic anymore.
like they're not
so-
having to fucking conceal that letter like you had to do.
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably
not.
But that's
Again,
what I'm saying.
they have
like,
they have the newer barracks now too. Like we call them Disneyland now, but they they were barely starting to build some of them when I was there, barely. But I was still in the old buildings where like it was dusty as fuck, and you can't have any dust in there, and they were old as fuck, been around since God knows when. They
But that's
were
one of
old.
those things where it's like, you can throw it in their face, but at the same time, it's like they can't control when they came in,
Yeah.
and joined. Like they
Yeah.
joined during this time where all this great shit is happening. So,
Right,
like, how are
right.
you to condemn them
Right.
for what's already being done?
Right. Right.
At the same time, though, you can't give them hella shit for it.
Yeah. I went through way more shit. You know what happened when I went through? Bin Laden died.
Yeah, no shit. Like you said earlier, when you were going through basic training.
I was almost done with basic too.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, a part of that whole saga and everything that was going on then.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. Yeah.
But shit, man, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know, man.
It's been like fucking over 2 hours.
Is it really?
Holy shit.
Oh fuck, dude.
2 hours and like 40
We
minutes.
some chatty Cathys over here, dude.
Yeah, dude. Well, I think it's a pretty good spot to
I think so.
end
Yeah.
it on
I
that
think
note. I mean,
if you ever want me again, I'm all game. Dude.
Oh,
I had
well,
a blast.
you could be like a regular on this
I'd be
fucking
for it.
podcast.
If other people enjoy it too.
Yeah, I mean,
At you.
We need the views.
The views.
The views. The downloads.
If you would like Scotty Lange once more. By the way, before we go, I would like to thank you for the shout outs that you give me on other podcasts.
oh, well, yeah, it's again, like I said, I do this thing because I want to do it. I like to do it. I mean, if people
Yeah.
want to listen, awesome, dude. I'm eternally grateful for it.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
But if you
It's
don't
a lot
want
of
to
fun.
listen, that's your thing too.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people in this world. That's what I'm saying. World, not
Yeah.
just like Holland and Michigan.
Yeah.
Like that maybe want to listen to this stuff.
Yeah. Never know.
And maybe
Never know.
want to like Jordan that was on the last episode. He's running his own business. He's recording people that
Yeah.
want to put their talents and stuff out there. You know, I'm come on the podcast, man. Like, I'm willing to have anybody really on here, that as long as you got some interesting conversation, and you know, which you obviously have. I mean, we could keep going. We could honestly keep going all night. That's
we probably shouldn't.
I was like, okay, you know, all right, this seems like a good spot before we get too drunk.
Yeah,
and
no,
then we're just
what did that sound? Fish or bear?
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically, like I said earlier, I'm basically like your cheap Joe Rogan. Like you like Joe Rogan, but you want something on the side.
Joe Rogan light.
Like just Joe Rogan.
The wish
light.
Joe Rogan. And I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that too. I'll drink to that too. You know, we always have some brews. We always have some pod on the podcast.
Dude, yeah.
Right?
It's fun.
If you're against that, I guess, you know, don't watch, but you can listen.
Yeah.
You can listen.
There's a lot of bad words in there. I'm sorry, kids.
There's a lot of bad words.
I might be a naughty person.
But honestly, kids, I don't think are into the long form conversation.
No, God, no.
No, they're into the TikTok. They're into the. I'm surprised Vine went out of.
You know, Vine was a good thing. Vine was. I liked Vine.
I really did too. Like, Vine was like great. It's like 12 seconds, like you laugh your ass off.
Yeah, and I actually met at one point. I actually met a dude that made his living off of Vine at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably not anymore.
No, definitely
unless
not.
he like evolved and transferred to TikTok, and like you just keep going. That's your thing
Probably.
though.
Yeah.
It's still a grind. People think like, oh, you make a living off of Vine, like it's great, like great life. Like, you live a great life for 6 months to 8 months, and then the next thing comes out, and you got to be like on top.
That's
of
the
that
thing with
shit.
trends too. But again, that's
Trends, yeah. Like if you make your money off of trends. That's what you do.
One thing I will say is that
we didn't even end. We're like into another conversation.
I know. Man, we're so bad at this. We're so bad at it. But I will say, before we go, I will say podcasts. I mean, they're kind of an ongoing thing so far. There are a lot of people that I talk to that do, and I like even on the way home, because I drive from Detroit area to back to Grand Rapids or here. Like, I listen to podcasts a lot of times. Either music or podcasts.
All the time. Like,
I flipped on the podcast with you and Jordan from
right.
So
I mean, like me at work too. Like, I'm a janitor, so I can have one earbud. I mentioned this before. I think last podcast. I have one earbud in, and I got all day. I can listen to podcasts. There's certain points in time I got to take the earbud out. I'm going on the floor or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just listen to podcasts all day long. I listen to
sense,
Joe
dude.
Rogan. I listen to like wrongful convictions. I listen to grave talks. I listen to like all kinds of You're Wrong About is a really good podcast that talks about like stuff in like history that we pretty much got wrong, and they investigate it all and give you like the actual facts on it.
Oh, that's kind of nice actually. I might have to.
You're
start
Wrong
listening to that
About.
one.
Yeah.
Wrong About. That's what it's called.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I might have to
And
put a little
like,
bit up.
and it's pretty good. And I just listen to all kinds of shit all day. I love music. Music has always been my passion. And I people don't want to listen to music all day. Like,
But you
go
can,
for it.
You
but
can only listen to September by Earth, Wind, and Fire so many times in a row before you're just like, oh man,
Right.
I love the song. Don't get me wrong,
Right. Well, there's certain
I gotta do
times too, like
podcasts.
something might piss me off, or I'm just having a bad day, and like I'll just throw on some Lamb of God or whatever, and just
fucking
fuck
Nagazi.
yeah. Or fucking Nagazi, or yeah. I mean, I'll throw that shit on, but
Fucking cranks him, Withhold the Blood.
There you go.
Fucking Jesse screaming at you.
screaming at you. That always makes your day better.
Such a hard on Jesse. Will scream at me. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Orgasmic.
Okay. All right, guys. We should.
I guess we
All right.
should.
Thanks for having me, Kyle.
Oh, dude, it's been a pleasure.
We'll do it again.
We'll do it again.
We gotta.
Very soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink that.